now.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to WKN podcast where we talk about anything and everything and sometimes nothing. These are your hosts.
Thomas.
Stacy.
Dustin.
And I'm Sylvia, and this is our special guest,
Cali Keith.
Yeah. And we're on episode 15.
15.
Welcome.
15.
Hold on. 15. I don't really know which one was better. So
it's
whichever.
the opposite. It's going to be
really
the opposite.
It's the opposite of whatever you think it should be.
Is that 15?
Yeah, there you go.
I wish I was 15.
Not 51. 15. So Dustin,
hey.
this is going to be the last episode where you can count on your fingers and toes.
It is.
Oh,
I'm glad you called that out.
Fine. Come on, Thomas.
I mean, yes, it is.
I'm sorry, Stacy. I stole your thunder.
So
That's
it
it.
also,
Stacy's leaving the chat.
it's also the last episode of the season.
No, it's not.
Is it? No, I don't think so.
I think it is.
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
No, it's not.
Dustin's last episode, guys.
Yep.
No, it's not.
Dustin hates it.
Every
I'm quitting
episode
after
is
this
Dustin's
episode.
last episode.
Every time. He's a fun sucker. He also hates my Jeep. We're never going anywhere. I sent him
doing
this
nothing.
meme. Well, you guys saw it, but I sent him this video the other day about this guy who's like, or this lady who was every time she would tell her husband like what they were going to do, an important date. She would tell him like 6 months ahead of time, 2 months ahead of time, a month, a week, a day, the morning of, and then she's like, "Okay, you ready to go?"
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? And then he'd be like, "Yeah, we're not doing that." I'm like, "That's my husband. He's the worst."
That's pretty
Yeah,
much
we're
the
not
way it
doing
goes.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. So, what are you guys drinking tonight? Anything fun?
I wish.
I know.
I just have
I'm gonna
green
text
tea.
you.
I'm the worst. I
Thank you.
hadn't even fed my kids yet.
Oh shoot, they're gonna be hungry.
Yeah.
I'm
No
kind of
dinner,
fingers
no dinner
crossing.
tonight, kids.
Our
'cause
kids.
We're going to be
Yeah,
on
no
here
dinner.
for the
Till tomorrow.
foreseeable future. Yeah.
Are you drinking anything, Dustin?
I have great value bottled
Oh.
water.
Oh, so
Oh.
saline water,
Yep.
Mm,
Salt
yeah.
water right here.
salt water. Well,
So-
we know what I got.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
straight up water. Neat.
Vodka.
Water.
Vodka
And
neat
Dustin's
in your
neat.
Bucky's cup.
It's not vodka. It's
I
pretend vodka,
found-
but it's water.
Those Cayman Jacks that are usually in a little glass bottle, they have them in cans and they have more flavors. The watermelon's really good. Justin had a mango one earlier. It was
I
good.
did. It was good.
It was good. Did everybody
Stacey.
have a good week?
Oh, what was Stacy drinking? Nothing.
Green tea. Green
Oh,
tea.
I didn't hear it.
Green tea.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, boys still don't listen, do they?
No.
I didn't hear that either, honestly. So,
Thomas
I
should
mean-
know what I'm drinking.
Callie, did you hear Stacy was drinking green tea?
Green tea?
Yeah,
Say yes. Yeah.
I heard she was drinking. I didn't hear the what kind.
exactly.
See,
I like her
That's-
cup,
yeah.
though.
Thank you.
I should have used
Oh,
my
Lord.
Agnes cup.
Should
we
have
go.
known that stitch on it.
should've
Get
known.
her started on
What-
Stitch.
what are you
She's not
eating,
as bad as me
Stacey?
on camper.
Are you eating a
It's-
salmon?
It's her pink stuff.
I say it's probably
I
fluff.
swear it looked like salmon.
You don't make me puke.
You don't
No,
like salmon?
she's not doing fishy stuff lately. She can't.
Hey, I had shrimp the other day.
Oh,
No,
you,
you
yeah.
didn't.
actually.
Yeah, she
There was, she said it in the picture. Callie, did you have a good week or anything fun this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to cook, so we went to other people's house. That's
I love
about
it.
what you're going to get.
Nice.
We had lots of leftovers. Let's just say that.
That's good. So you like go to people's houses with your containers because you're smart.
Yeah, we thought we were going to go down to Florida because, as you know, we're moving to Florida right now, and we were going
Yeah.
to go down there, but we decided we're going to go for New Year's instead.
Ooh, nice. That probably more
So-
fun.
nice.
Wait, you're moving to Florida?
Yep.
Yes,
Have
we
you
are
been there?
moving to it's Ormond Beach, which is like a 15-minute drive to Daytona.
Okay, nice. Well,
Yeah,
We're
congratulations.
gonna hopefully you're down there by July because I think we're gonna go try to visit my sister in July. We're gonna bring the camper down to Daytona. So then we can
If
run by and
I
see you.
ever sell this house, I mean, I have a contract on it, but you know how that
I
goes. It takes
know.
forever.
Contract for contract for contract. Can someone please sell a house so
Yeah.
I can sell mine, please? I need you.
Right.
Someone buy this other person's house so this person can buy mine.
I was
Right.
just ready to not spend another winter in Kentucky. I am
I know.
from California. I want sunshine all day, every day. I love 100 degrees. Not Kentucky 100 degrees, but
Just say you're not getting sunshine every day in Kentucky. That's not the way it works here.
Mm-mm.
especially tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, we're moving there. There's just so many Jeep opportunities there. It's, with Jeep
Yeah.
Beach, we've gone this was our 4th year. And we just feel like that's where we want to be. As you know, my
Yeah.
husband's a plumber, so we're taking the plumbing company down there. We're going to take the Jeeps down there, and yeah, we're just hoping that it opens even more doors.
Yeah, I bet it
That's
will.
awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, for sure
It
will.
will. Stacy, did you do anything fun this week?
I worked all week. No.
Well, that's
I
You
fun.
told me
tried-
yesterday that was
You know
fun.
what? You know what? I just try every day not to quit my job.
Are you feeling better? Are you finally feeling better?
I am finally feeling better. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I
Good.
gave
I
it
know.
to everybody
Down
else
for
around
the
me.
count. Not me. I didn't get it.
I didn't
No.
either.
I
My
didn't
mom
get
got
it.
My
sick. but I
son's
didn't.
girlfriend has it, and my mother-in-law has it now.
Ugh, so bad.
Nope.
Well, Thomas, while Stacey was working, did you have any fun?
No,
Your
I
arm-
never have fun when Stacy's working.
I know, right? Right
Never
answer.
have fun.
Right answer.
Whoa.
Correct.
Is your
Good
arm
answer,
getting
sir.
better?
What do you
He's
mean?
holding
He forgets
scissors.
I'm around.
Is your arm feeling any better?
That's a little bit. It's getting there. I'm able to use it a little bit more, but it's still not. It's probably 50% or so. I have my follow-up on Thursday. So
Nice.
hopefully I can get the bandage and stuff off, and then they can tell me I can start actually really using it. to
Did they
start
put
strengthening it
stitches,
back up.
or was it so small they
Yeah.
didn't?
There's
I don't
stitches.
know. There's probably a couple of stitches.
There's stitches.
So they'll probably take those out.
Yeah.
Snitches
So
get
I had carpal tunnel,
Use.
radial nerve adjustment, and cubital tunnel. So all 3 on one arm.
Yeah.
So
And he gets to do it to the other side. Woo-hoo.
yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that one though.
He's
I'm
gonna
not
hold
gonna
on
do
a
it.
little bit.
I'm
I
gonna
would
wait a
too.
little
What's
bit.
the-
I'm gonna wait
what's
till
the-
my left arm gets better.
What's the first thing you're going to use your arm for?
We can't discuss that, Dustin.
You don't use that anyways.
All
I'm
right.
not doing. I still use it. I pick things up and put things down. This is about as big as I can pick up right now.
He just wants to go back to the gym.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's time to get back. It's been a minute. It's been
We got a cruise
2
to get
weeks
ready
now.
for.
Sure do.
Yeah.
Well, that's
We
like
we got almost a year.
that's like a year from now.
And it's like
That's
10 months.
Plenty
Yeah,
of time to get ready.
Last episode we talked about you guys going on a cruise. Did y'all finally pull the trigger on that?
We had already
Yes.
pulled the trigger on it.
We pulled the trigger, got everything planned and set.
Not whenever we
ready to
made
go.
the last when the last podcast aired,
Yeah, we
but
did.
not.
We did it just minutes before we got on the podcast.
Yeah.
It
Because
was good.
they had a Black Friday sale going.
Oh,
So-
you did. Never mind. That's wrong. That was wrong.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yay!
Yeah, they had a
Going
Black
out of
Friday sale.
Florida.
So the second
Fort
passenger
Lauderdale.
was 75%
That's
off.
right.
So,
I remember talking about
Yep.
it. I can't remember if we
Yeah.
talked about it in person or not. So that's
Not
Not
exciting.
in person.
we did both. Yeah.
You sent
So,
it
yeah.
I
to
remember personally.
Sylvia and I when I was on the way to Target.
Yes.
But,
We're inviting anybody and everybody that wants to come hang out. We're not going to
I-
try to plan a whole bunch of stuff. Everybody's a free for all, do your own thing kind of thing.
Yep.
But if we want to do dinner, or if we just so happen to go on the same whatever excursion
Excursions
in
or
one of the
whatever.
stops, that we'll hang out. But it's not like this is a me and Stacy thing. And then if everybody wants to come hang out, come on with it.
It's not a Sylvia thing.
Not that I don't want to join in on that, but yeah, I shut that down because I don't want Sylvia to be barfing the entire time, like last time we were.
Because you know me, I'm like, well, they invited us. Now
Well,
it's
how
so
long
bad.
ago was that?
A few years.
Like a few
I
years,
feel like I've gotten
in
worse.
20 years, or like a couple years
No.
ago?
She gets
Like a
sick
couple years ago.
riding in the passenger seat.
I do. or in the
whenever
back
we're
seat.
driving down I-65. So
Well, anybody
being-
gets
being
sick
a-
going down I-65.
right, but
But
on a
that's why I
boat,
always drive on a
like,
boat because I get so sick on the boat.
yeah.
I don't know.
And she's
That's
like,
But
"What
I
do
was like, well,
you
they invited us. I feel like we
like? They
should. And
invited
Dustin was
us. What do
like,
you think?" And I was like, "No,
he's like,
we're
you're
not.
going to
We're
be
not doing that
miserable.
again."
We're not going to spend money for you to be angry and miserable the whole time.
Savannah,
No, that's
though,
I don't even-
Savannah did say she wanted to go, so I said, "Well, we can buy you
I
a
said,
ticket.
honey, I don't
and you
think
can just
you were
hang out with
invited.
Thomas and Stacy."
She's like, why was I not invited?
Like, why was I not
There's
invited?
probably nobody her age on this
I
cruise.
told her, I'm like, honey,
That's
it's not
what
a
we
kid.
said.
There's no kids.
She's like, "I'm 19."
There might be,
I was
but-
like, "Well,
She was like,
it's
wait,
not,
what?
not old enough."
I'm not.
She
I've
can
always
come.
wanted to
I mean,
go to
I'd watch
Mexico.
over her.
Yeah.
We did a public invite to anybody who wants to come hang out. We didn't just do a select who we want to go. We just did a personal invite for y'all if y'all wanted to come.
Yeah.
Say, hey, this is open to y'all if y'all actually want to do it.
Yeah, we're not gonna make
Well, I
it.
felt special for about 3 seconds. Thanks, Thomas.
See, here we go.
Fine.
Yeah, we're not.
We're not doing it.
Allie, would you like to go on a cruise to Mexico and
You're already in
the
Florida.
Mini?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
You
already
live
be
in
in Florida.
Florida, so you'd be close.
yeah, we're doing. What are we doing? Bahamas. We're stopping in the Bahamas, Cozumel, and then St. Thomas.
Yep.
And
I'm
then headed back.
jealous.
It's in October. You have plenty of time. Figure it
October
out.
20th through the 26th.
As long as you're not a ocean sick person like me.
We don't know if
I'll
we
find
are,
out
but
the
we're gonna
hard
find
way.
out. We're gonna
I
find
hope
out.
you're. I really, really hope that you're not.
I can't
because
wait till you guys are barfing the entire time on the cruise.
Well, our
Dustin
room
and
is in the
Savannah had a
middle,
great
so that's
time.
gonna help a little bit.
Here's
Savannah and
the
Dustin
thing.
had a great time. I was miserable.
I grew up on boats all the time and never had a problem. So
I'm sure you'll be fine. Me,
Hey, you'll be fine.
Dustin and
There's
Savannah
lots
acted
of
like they didn't
medicine
even
for that.
feel it. Like they acted like they didn't even feel. It was even bad when I was trying to go to sleep, like laying down, and then it was worse. It almost felt like I was drunk. You know, like the
Yeah.
bedroom swirls and moves. It was horrible. I mean, it's gonna be perfect, and you guys are gonna have so much fun.
And we got a balcony, so that's even better.
Yeah,
I grew up.
I sat
sleeping
on the
a
balcony
waterbed.
for a little bit.
Surely I'll be fine.
I had a waterbed too. I don't know.
Then you should
We
be
had a balcony.
fine.
I'll just eat
I
a bunch
don't
of
know
Dramamine.
why I'm not fine. I don't know. It was
I
terrible.
think it's in your head.
Well, it came out of my mouth.
It was definitely not in her head. For the 4 days we were on the cruise, and me and Savannah came back, and she was literally like passed out on the
Passed
bathroom
out.
floor, and there was
Half
vomit
in, half out of the shower.
in the bathroom sink in the shower. And we're like, "Are you okay? Like, are you alive?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I'm like, had to help her into bed, and then
So sick.
yeah, it was not a good time.
It was not. It was not that fun. Dustin and Savannah had the best time though. They're gallivanting, eating ice cream, and playing around on the ship, and I'm like barfing.
Gallivanting. Funny.
It was like
We did.
midnight, and they'd be like, "Savannah, want to go? Like, hey, you want to go to some ice cream?" Like, sure.
Their
let's
food
go.
is open like
We
24/7.
walked into the kitchen,
Yeah.
and the ice cream machines. There's like a full buffet at midnight in the middle of the night.
That's like
Like,
Las
whatever you
Vegas.
want. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, it's like Las Vegas.
Yeah,
It's
this
all
cruise
night long.
ship has like casinos on it and everything on it.
Yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. Dustin, what did we do this week? Anything fun?
Not that I can recall.
He must
You know what? How to divorce your husband? Cheap.
You had dinner with your mother-in-law. That's what you had.
No, with my mother-in-law. Yeah, we had dinner at Dustin's mom's house for Thanksgiving, and then what did we do? The most fun.
Then we went camping in our new camper.
I
We
really
didn't
wouldn't
die.
call it camping if you're in a RV trailer.
We glamped,
You're
and it was
just-
amazing.
You're just
We're glamping.
You're just moving a house.
Yes, from
On
one point to
wheels.
another.
Hey, that's like the best way to do it. I had most of my things with me, my dogs, my kids.
I mean, we weren't freezing to death in a paper thin tent, so
No,
it's better than that.
true. Bless you.
Thank you. I just
Sure.
got snot on my boobs. Trying not to sneeze all over my computer.
You're so retarded.
It's a little wet.
Anyways,
We need a shower.
No, but
It's a really good time though.
Sunday
We got back.
we got part of our shed finished up. We got the base laid out. There's a few things we got to do. We're gonna add some rocks underneath so to help with moisture, and then add some additional straps, metal straps, just to strengthen everything up. And then we're gonna lay the platform on top and then build the shed.
Sounds amazing. Even with the little
Saturday,
gimpy arm.
well,
He didn't do no work.
Scotty and Rich came out to help. They did 90% of the work because I couldn't do much of
99% of the
anything.
work. Oh, I got
moved
my
some
ass
stuff.
handed to me at Target.
Oh yeah, Black Friday. Yeah. I used to be one of those people that would get in line for Black Friday. So I'm sorry that I did that to you.
I was gonna say
I
I
was
had a
polite,
really
though.
good Black Friday.
Did
We
you?
didn't stand in no
Did you?
lines or nothing. We went to the Bluegrass outlet. The hardest part was finding parking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a lot of checkered stuff. That's my obsession right now. Everything checkered.
Uh-oh.
Sema
Black and white
did it
checker?
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
Cool.
Like the buffalo check or whatever it's called. Buffalo plaid checks or something. Is that what it's called?
I
Yeah.
mostly just did all the van stuff.
Oh, Vans, yeah. Very cute.
No, but
Very cute. Oh, we got a Black Friday special-ish too, Dustin.
Yep.
What did you buy? Again, can we just say how I never buy Jeep parts? It's always my husband. Yeah, he complains how much money I spend on my Jeep, but it ain't.
Well, part of that
'Cause you
is
asked
because
for it.
you don't know what to buy for your Jeep. You just say, I want to
You just
get,
know what
I
you
want to have
want it to do
this
this on my Jeep.
Details.
What does
Details.
that entail? And then I'm start
Details.
buying stuff because that's what she wants. And then she's like, well, see,
Mhm.
I don't ever buy parts for my Jeep. I just do this. So, yeah. Our
I
tech
just
had
tell
the,
Dustin what I want it to do, so then Dustin buys it because I don't know how or
I
what
don't
to
know how
buy.
to do it. Exactly. So,
I know.
yeah. Our
you
tech
need
had
a
their
build
Black
management.
Friday sale, like
Yeah.
25% off all their stuff. So I ordered the swap truss kit for the front and rear.
Nice.
Dana
What
60
brand?
and 14 volt. Our tech.
Artec.
Okay, next. I have that on as if
Nice.
with my
Yeah.
stock axles.
It's fine.
Like it's fine.
fine.
Everything's fine.
It's fine.
It's like our
Yeah.
life.
Yep. Pretty much.
Are you gonna
guess-
weld them? Is Sylvia gonna weld them on? I think Sylvia should
No,
weld them
Dustin.
on.
Sylvia is
No.
not going to weld
Good.
them on.
Sylvia's not gonna.
But
It's fine.
I will weld
Dustin
them on.
will lay some dimes, or at least mostly dimes. Looking.
Or a couple of quarters. Nickels.
Yeah, a couple quarters, couple nickels.
I'll glue them together. I'm going to hot glue
Some of
them
those,
Hot glue.
together.
Hot glue. Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Gonna
I
get
guess
some
we
actual
could-
candles and melt the candle and
Oh yeah.
Pack it in
Or
that
no,
way.
you could just
Candle wax.
he could just get those sticks and go like this really fast, and maybe it'll heat them up just enough they'll stick together.
Yeah.
Like this fire starting stick. You go like this.
I got some Elmer's over here in the drawer. We'll just
No,
dab it
we're
on
gonna-
there and stick it
all
on.
you have is
and
wood glue, but
Just
it'll-
a little dab will
it's
do.
fine. A little dab will do. A little dab will do you. That's pretty much.
yeah, one
that's
of those
pretty much
elementary school.
That's pretty much like
stick glue sticks.
Yeah.
You're gonna paint it on.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
it's
But I
fine.
guess we can go ahead and then kind of start talking. Callie has said a little bit. So hello, Callie. How are you?
I'm good. I was just thinking,
So
like,
tell
I'm
us-
pretty proud of myself. I didn't buy any Jeep parts this Black Friday, but I bought other stuff.
Well, you
So
bought a lot of
yeah.
Jeep parts before Black Friday, so
Yeah.
there's
I
that.
did buy a lot of Jeep.
Yes. You
So tell us
probably
who
wish you
you
would
are.
have waited for Black Friday,
Ah.
but
Yeah.
So tell us who you are, where you're from, where you live currently, what you do, etc.
Social
Okay,
security number, firstborn
Yeah,
child's
security number.
birthday.
You ain't getting much with
Mother's
that.
maiden
with
name.
that.
Yeah. Mother's maiden
good
name.
luck.
You're like, oh, you want to pay my bills? Here you go.
Yeah, just say that last name comes with a lot of debt. No, I'm just kidding. We're not too bad. No, my name's Callie. I'm born and raised in San Diego, California. I moved to Louisville, Kentucky when I was 17 years old with my parents. Been here ever since, and in the process of moving to Ormond Beach, Florida. I have two Jeeps. I with my build management Max Diesel, and then my Gladiator is built with RYD Motorsports, and I do a lot of traveling with my Jeep.
Enjoy.
I just got to go back to back to SEMA, which was the most amazing experience. It was really cool. My Gladiator this time was a complete surprise. We had picked, little colors and things, but in nicks and knacks, but other than that, I had no idea what it was going to look like, and I just think he really killed it. I think this is
Awesome.
a build that not might not be everyone's taste, but it's my taste, and it's I feel like kind of the newest thing that's happening. I know a lot of people will. That's not something I'm really big into doing. Don't get me wrong, I would love to do it in someone else's Jeep, but
Thomas, we'll let
me
you ride.
You do it
personally,
in Thomas's Jeep.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
No, but you used to wheel before you got to show Jeeps, right?
In my side
Your
by
black
side,
Jeep. I
no.
thought you had a black Jeep or
No,
a white Jeep or something.
we had a RZR
Oh,
that
I
we
thought
would.
you wheeled your one before as it.
Oh, okay. So we had my husband's Gladiator AK. We
Okay,
wheeled
is that
him twice at Nemo Tunnel in Tennessee. We
uh-huh.
did that, but no, my Jeeps, all three of my Jeeps, my first one, my black Jeep, was on 35s. So that was just kind of a beginner's. I bought that Jeep to pull the RZR, and then I joined, the every Jeep club there pretty much is, and it just kind of took off from there.
Yeah,
Traded
it's
that in,
addicting.
got As If, and then As If's just been such a blessing. It's opened lots of doors, lots of opportunities, lots of sponsorships. It's been one hell of a ride with her.
So tell us a little bit about As If. What year, make, model, color, what are some of the big build parts that you have on her?
Yeah, so she is a 2021 Tuscadero Jeep Wrangler. I don't even, what package is it? Sarah, something like that.
For her, I think, right?
Yeah. It's funny because when you like rip everything apart, that is like one of the main questions I get asked.
But at that point, it doesn't
Package.
matter what it started as.
That's
I
the same
mean,
No,
same as
yeah.
mine. Mine's an
like,
At this
extreme
point.
recon, and almost everything for the extreme recon we took off and made it better.
you get asked to, you're like, what? Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, she's on. So she has been As If, which is my Wrangler's name. It's As If Tuscadero on Instagram. She really has been transferred about 3 different times. I really didn't know what I wanted to do with her. I knew I wanted to lift her. I didn't know what kind of lift I wanted to do. So I originally just started with a JK S, a 3.5-inch lift on her. And then I started going to Jeep Beach. And then, I met with AccuAir, and we kind of had a conversation like, this is what I want to do with her. What can you guys offer me? And she just kind of blew up from there. We bought the AccuAir kit. Originally was told to only go to a 3.5-inch lift, but thankfully I added an extra tank to her in my compressor, an extra compressor, and she goes all the way up to a 6-inch lift now.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So yeah, that's been pretty cool about it. You go into the grocery store and you can drop it to put the groceries in, or get the car seats in, and then you
Or
can
the
lift it back
kids.
up and keep up with
Yeah.
Oh, my kids like have the running start to still get in that. But it's funny because they're like, "Can you take me to school?" And I'm like, "Really?" Even my boy, he's going into that preteen, and I'm like, "You want me to take you to school in the pink Jeep?" He's like, "Yeah, everyone loves it. That's what I'm known for." I'm like, let's go.
Nice.
I'm
Hey,
really excited
it is what it is. Yeah, it's cute. So, As If has won quite a few trophies, and so what are some of your favorite shows and stuff that you've been to that you've placed and all that good stuff?
Well, I will say that I was really surprised with my first time at the Tennessee invasion, the Jeep invasion in Tennessee. I, went in there she hadn't had the AccuAir on her at that time. I only had the JKS lift on her. But just to take that top 5, that's really was just like a big surprise. I had no idea. It was really hot and long 3 days, but I feel like in the end it was worth it because then it kind of opened more doors. It
Right.
opened where I met a really great company, P3 Billet. They're with their shackles and their hooks, recovery shackles and hooks. I joined his team, and then when we joined him, he offered me different truck shows, and we started taking her to truck shows because they do have a lot of Jeep categories in truck shows. I was really surprised by that. We went to New Jersey with them, and that was like a show. I was just, the Atlantic City truck show was just like wide open. I was like, wow, this is different. This isn't off-roading. This is more little show and shine, but in the truck world. And I was kind of cool for her to, kind of keep up with the big dogs is what I say, because that is a lot of companies, that's a lot of money involved in those shows. And I wanted to build something that was similar, but still, a Jeep, because Jeep is probably what you'll always catch me in from now on. I traded my minivan in for one. And let me tell you, I miss that minivan. I'm not going to lie.
They have a lot more storage. My Jeep doesn't have any storage.
I honestly wasn't like going to Jeep. Shout out to Cross Jeep in Louisville. I bought my last 3 Jeeps from them. They've given me quite a deal. So I really appreciate them. It was a high school friend who was working there at the time. And then when he left, he introduced me to David, and David Figgs just, got me this deal on this Gladiator that I just couldn't resist. And we did have to trade AK in. I was a little sad to let him go. He was our 3rd build. He was supposed to be my husband's build, but honestly, it was my daily driver.
It's what it is. So now you took as if to SEMA last year, right?
Yes, with Max Diesel, they I joined their build management, and they introduced me to Bodyguard bumpers. And they're out there in, I believe it's Galvin, Texas, is where Bodyguard is located.
Galveston. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Max Diesel is right there in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
So they gave me a spot. We went down there for a whole week. I also have family out there. My dad has been the sheriff. He's retired now, Navy baby. And we got to see my family out there. We got to enjoy it. I don't even really know how to explain SEMA. It's just one of the world's biggest trade shows. But it's also like the top builds of all the builds, like the biggest companies from all around the world, from China to, you name it.
How'd you even get involved? So you just like called up Max Build and like, hey, I want my Jeep to be in SEMA, and then you're like, okay, well, like, how does that work?
Well, with the build management, you kind of like, you join their team, you have a certain amount of payment. You pretty much you pay to join their team, and when you pay when you join their team, they give you 60 to 75 to 95. It's with the top companies like Rigid Lighting. You got KG1. I know they also do American Force, I believe. Fury Tires. Yeah, there's times where my fed up poly wheels off of as if were given to me free, just for me traveling and going to different shows. They wanted to feature their new line. That was their 2024 line. They sent me 20-inch custom B-locks. That was pretty cool. And, it's just P3 Billet really is who introduced me to all these people. Dustin has become family, and his company is US made. And he really just was like, here's a girl who's wanting to take her Jeep to the next level. What can you guys do for her? And we just kind of all came together and built her. We ripped her apart 3 different times.
Yeah.
We did. I originally had a Clueless pattern going on her, which is like that yellow checkered flannel look. Yeah, her famous skirt. I'm from California, like I said, so I named her after a Beverly Hill movie. And of course, she drives a Jeep in the show. So I was like, this is perfect. I wish I had a 2-door. I had to fit the kids in the back though. But he was like, we have to rip that off with Bodyguard. And she's like, just kind of do the pink all over it. So we went with all pink. We did all custom powder coating on all her fenders, back fenders, her Genrite tire carrier, the B-lock rims, interior inside. We just It was kind of
It
like
had a nice system
slow.
too. Your system was pretty too.
Yeah.
Like even your
Yeah.
sound system.
In the builder, Josh, he was the first one on that. He was the one who put all the product on for me. It's Josh Clark Custom Painting and Interior. He's out in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And he is someone, I took it to him, was like, hey, I have this product. What would you do? You know, what can you do? And he was like, well, I'm been doing air ride for the last 25 years. So he was who put the AccuAir on as if, and he warranty for me because I could not find anyone who would warranty because it was so new at that time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was in 2021. So I actually met him through Kentucky Jeep and Truck there in Elizabethtown. They were like, you know, this is someone who can probably do what you're looking for because we kind of explained, you know, we want to do this and this. And they're like, here's a buddy of mine. He'll be able to help you a lot more than we are. So I appreciate them introducing me to him. And then, you know, he had originally had his vehicles in SEMA in like 1999, I believe, or 2000. He had a couple of his vehicles. So he knew that like detail was very important because everyone's going to nitpick and, you know, tear you apart because it's the biggest not competition, but the biggest show for all the best builders to showcase their newest products.
Yeah, so they're showing off.
Right,
yeah. This is the show off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a concept, in a sense, concept cars in a way where everybody's doing all these wild, crazy looks and even some that are older, but then they make it more of a retro style setup. But yeah,
and
SEMA's
there's
like
different
the big show.
categories. Like there's just so much to see there that it's almost like impossible to see it all. Like you would have to, I don't even think there's enough days to be able to see every single day. You really have to look at the map and be like, this is what I want to look at because I think we did 8 to 10 miles each day. It was
I believe it.
lots and lots of walking. That's whew. But in the end, it also opened even more opportunities when after that show, I was letting everyone know, hey, Jeep released the Gladiator, which originally, if Jeep had released the Gladiator before the Wrangler, I probably would have just built the Gladiator.
Yeah.
That had been my dream truck because I love AK so much, which was my black Gladiator. And that was also sponsored by Max Diesel. They sponsored my black Gladiator also. That's how I got my 20-inch Fetapali rims. They gave me free. They gave me my 37 Fury tires for free too. So that was pretty cool just because we travel so much and they want their company to be represented. And that's kind of what Max does. He puts on some of the top shows around US and everyone brings out their trucks, their Jeeps, and they'll have people like Bailey Zinnerman perform and all the locals can come in and check out your rides and, you know, the next builds. And it's been really fun, you guys. It's really hard to explain just the opportunities that they have open, you know, the emails I get, the Instagram posts, it's like people from all around the United States are like, hey, I know your Jeep. And I'm like, oh, thanks.
I know, it's so cool.
That's awesome.
It's really cool. It's almost like I'm known more about my Jeep than like my real name. They're like, oh, it's as if. I'm like, hey.
Cool.
So, but now since you did go with the Gladiator, so tell us about this. It was just released like a few months ago, and as soon as they got one here in Louisville, you jumped on it.
Yeah,
and then you had
like
it at home for what, 3 seconds, and then you sent it to Texas.
I don't even think it was a whole 24 hours. We knew that though. We knew that we wanted to take it straight from the lot to them so we could be ready because SEMA crunch, let me tell you, there's a SEMA crunch. Everybody knows that language. And even if you have it ready the year, it really takes years to build some stuff sometimes. You know, people don't just build in the year. You do have your people who do, someone like me. But then you also have the people who've been building for a good 3 to 4 years, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And so I originally, I'd never had heard of ROID, and my husband had reached out to, I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of him. He's pretty big in the Jeep show, kind of like what I do. His name's Mr. Tin Lugs. His real name's Alex, but his Jeep is Mr. Tin Lugs. And he kind of has the same concept. He has the big, you know, he doesn't off-road. It's all chrome, custom carriage, everything's just beautiful, painted, you know, carbon shocks, you know, air ride, all that fun stuff. And I had went to him and I'm like, you know, I'm building this Gladiator and I want to find someone where I just one person to touch it, because one thing about As If building her, I learned was I had multiple hands on her, multiple different people, just because I didn't have anyone here in Kentucky who could do everything at once.
Right.
And so when little things go wrong, little light up Christmas tree on your dash or anything, I wanted it to be able to trace it back to that same person. Hey, this happened. That way they're like, well, this is what I had to go to that. This is what caused that. I really just wanted one person to touch the Gladiator. And Alex is like our buddy RYD. He's a good man. He's originally from Canada. He just moved to Texas. He's been to SEMA. He's had his show at his company at SEMA for, I think we believe he said 4 years now. Oh, wow. And he just said he originally does Fords. He was really surprised, I think, when we wrote him, when we are like, hey, we have a Jeep fresh off the lot that we want to put a 18-inch lift on. He's like, okay, let's do it. And within 24 hours, we took it down to him. We showed him that we talked. We're like, we don't want this to be, we wanted it to be something you haven't seen in a while. And I think with Jeeps, this might not be, like I said, everyone's taste, but it's also like, hey, you don't have to off-road. There's also like opportunities to showcase your Jeep in the show and shines, I guess you could say, or you can even do, like I said, truck shows. There's Jeep Beach, there's a lot of opportunities to get sponsorships, build relationships. It's been really fun with all those opportunities, just really what's crazy coming from your Jeep. Like it's in the end, I'm like, the doors that she has opened has just been like crazy. She's a Jeep.
Right. It's cool though. But the cool thing with that though is that, well, we all love As If, but As If wouldn't have made it on the trail, but your new Jeep actually has tons, and like if you wanted to tear shit up, this Jeep is built. So that's cool to show that this is a capable Jeep, and it's also pretty. So you're choosing not to beat it up. But if you decided to go Baja, you could. Whereas
once she's paid off, that's what I keep saying.
Right. But previously,
once I sell my house and pay it off, then we can do whatever we want to her.
Well, see, you just need to go to Moab where there's no trees to scratch it or anything.
Just for some pictures.
Yeah, you need to get up like Hell's Gate or something. It'd be great.
Personally, even if I could take her off, I don't know if I could do it. Like I would probably, I know it sounds funny, but she's like As If has probably only been rained on 5 times her whole life. The Gladiator,
I was there for 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. Like I just
Owensboro and Dixie Highway
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm so scared the color's gonna fade. I know it probably never will, but I'm like, is it gonna fade?
So on the Gladiator SEMA build, then how long did that take for them to, once
we're not even done.
It's not done. I don't even think you had a drive shaft. You didn't even have a rear. Did you even have a rear or front drive shaft at SEMA?
No. So no, it wasn't ready.
Yeah. I was gonna say she was not done.
What's really cool about that, but it was the first time RYD had ever done that. And it was almost like it was so talked about, it like brought people to it. So it's like, oh, at least someone's talking about it. That's how I was saying. But no, she originally, we didn't get the part in time. She's got to be custom, just with all that undercarriage and all that custom stuff done to it. The company actually is in SEMA. They actually came over and they are like, all right, let's do this, this, and this. And that's kind of where we're at right now. It should be done by February. Completely. She should
you have it. And you'll have her.
How long was it from when you dropped it off to whenever you had to be at SEMA, I guess?
I dropped it off to him July 5th.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
So in SEMA
was end of October.
November.
Yeah. SEMA was November 3rd.
Wow.
Yeah.
4 months.
It was something like that. Yeah.
So.
And I mean, it's crazy. I was just like, when he's like, so what do you think? And it's like, I really didn't even have words for it. It was just like, you hit it. Like I gave you a vision and you took it to another level, which RYD stands for Raising Your Dreams. And I just feel like that's what he did. He took my dream truck, because, silly boys, trucks are for girls.
Yeah.
Sorry, Thomas.
I love her. Speaking off-roading, though, you know what I'd probably go off-road in is like the desert, like in Glamis in California. I think that's
so Sam, like Moab, I think that you could do.
Yeah.
You just need to be on like, don't roll over and you'll be fine. Because nothing's going to scratch you. Shut up, Thomas.
Oh, that's not true. All those rocks, there's a bunch of places to get scratched in.
You'll be
It
fine.
isn't the
It
best
is
price
go
because of the
everywhere you
trees,
go
but
off-roading.
rocks
Just don't
are
roll over.
rocks
You'll
are
be fine.
definitely harder than trees.
Says
So
my wheels.
AccuAir on
Right.
as if is originally for off-roaders. That is what
Yeah.
AccuAir, because it's been around for years, you know, for low riders and stuff like that. They're based all around the world. And the company really wanted to get onto the off-road. So was originally made, and still to this day is made, to go off-road. AccuAir,
They need
there's
to start sponsoring some of us off-roaders then.
yeah,
prove
it.
I was trying to think of his
Just
name, because
saying.
originally
Just
Chris
saying.
was my boy, but he left the company and started his own stuff, and they've just kind of switched guys back and forth. Every time we go to Jeep Beach, it's been like 3 different guys. So I'm not really sure who's running the mid east side anymore.
Well, at Owensboro, I talked to
We
the
met someone. I forgot
AccuAir
his name
guy.
though.
Yeah, I can't remember
Oh,
his name,
nice.
but I talked
Yeah.
to him. And
So
well,
what's his name?
you can't use AccuAir right now because you wouldn't be able to, and I wouldn't be able to because we have long arms.
Oh yeah. I'm not a
It's
candidate.
only a mid
Don't
arm.
sponsor
It's
me.
only a mid arm.
Don't sponsor me. I'm not a candidate for you.
Because when he was talking to him, I was like, "Yeah, it won't work on mine." He's like, "What do you mean
Yeah,
it won't
Stacy
work on
can
mine?"
have
I
it.
know, right, Stacy? Actually, I should point wherever she's sitting on
He's right
Dustin's
here for
screen.
me.
But
There.
So on the
with
Gladiators, they
mine,
don't?
he told me I
No.
told him
Not
that I
because of
wouldn't be
our
able to
long
use it
arm.
for mine.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "Well, why not?" I was like, "Well, I have a long arm," and he's like, "Oh yeah, you won't be able to."
Which I still don't understand because I mean the shock tower, the coil tower is still in the same spot, right? I mean,
Yeah,
whether it's a short arm or long arm, it just moves
it's
it
how
moves
it's
the
the
point
setup.
back from
It's the
like
setup
yeah,
itself because the electronic piece of it's pretty finicky, especially
right.
if you doesn't get set right.
Yeah.
Because I know they went for a long time trying to figure out what shock company, what type of shock to use, and they tried all these other companies, and the actuator would not work correctly. So to
Yeah,
adjust
it's
the
Just
position.
too
JRI
long.
shocks. I
Just
know
too
that.
long of like a travel in the front, I
Yeah.
guess, or
It would probably throw the front light sensors off.
It would probably throw the sensors off, the ride-eyed or whatever.
Tony, you
Yeah,
should have
maybe.
a seat and come talk to us too.
yeah.
Yeah,
I hear you talking in the
Tony.
He's
background.
over here like,
She's
no,
she's
I think
We
like
can
he's
hear you
over
phoning
here.
talking
her
in the
friend.
background.
She's
He's holding the
phoning
cue
her
cards.
friend.
I should
Totally
really
cue
say
cards.
that's my real build management because he pays for everything.
Yeah.
I'm thankful. I'm really thankful I get to stay home. I'm raising my children at the moment, and my husband runs a plumbing company here in Louisville. And
It's great to be
plumbing pays
spoiled,
for
isn't
it
it?
is our slogan. Plumbing pays for it all.
Love it.
Shout
Love it.
out if you need a plumber, let us know.
Yes, in Louisville. Or
If you
in
need your
Florida
pipes
soon.
cleaned, hit Tony up.
Yeah, or in Florida. So he'll have to, he's a master here in Kentucky, but he'll have to redo the test, which 25 years of plumbing, it should be easy. Especially I heard they're open book, so we should knock that out pretty quick. And then I just got an opportunity to run a local real estate company's Instagram page. I think that they know they had seen my Instagram
Right up
and
your
had reached
alley.
out to me. Yeah, and I was like, let's do this. Like, stay-at-home mom, but still get paid. Yes,
Right.
I'll
Love
do
it.
that, you know. And they're also
So-
it's funny because he's a realtor and he's helping us find the house there, and that's kind of how it all happened.
Awesome.
Cool.
So what's your new Gladiator? Does it have a name?
No, I just been calling
yet.
it like, yeah, Pink JT is what my license plate is on it. And no, it's kind of like, I don't know, it hasn't come to me, like as if came to me. And
Yeah.
will I put it on there? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep it with the same Instagram, so I don't have to run 2 different pages. I didn't want to have to do all
get
that, add all new people. It's like I really barely have time to run the page now. And it's like, even now I'm like, I need my desert pictures from Sema. My stuff's getting old. I don't have nothing new. He's like, calm down, it's coming.
Right.
So tell us the actual build on your new one. So it's a 2024 Tuscadero JT. What else?
Yes.
Because we've kind of skirted around it, and people are probably like, "Well, what does it actually look like?" Tell us everything.
Okay, so it's the
We will
Nighthawk
insert
edition.
pictures.
Yeah, we'll have a ton of pictures.
Okay.
posted.
Okay,
It
so our
is-
friend Scotty has a Nighthawk edition, and he also has a Tua at the end. Would you like one of those?
Yeah, I want to know what number. I supposedly they have numbers, and I'm like, what number am I? I want like to know the numbers. Supposedly there's only
Does it say on the door?
we were looking one time at a show, and I don't think anyone could find it, and it's like been bugging me ever since. I'm like, what number am I?
One.
Nice.
Hopefully
One in
I'm
a
one.
million.
Look it up.
No, I'm just kidding. But no, that one has just been crazy. So we originally started with, all right, we're going to rip the axles off of these. I knew with the lift, I was going to have to do new axles. So we did the 2500 Ford Super Duty axles on her. She has the 30 by 16.50 KG14 Victors, a 44 by 16 50 30 Fury mountain terrain tires. Sorry, I had to write all this down, so I'm reading it off.
Okay. What size are they again?
They
Did you
are
say
44s by
44s.
That's so exciting.
16.50.
See, and you guys are about me with 43, so now you know I got to go
44s and
45.
16.5 inches wide. So they're humongous.
Yeah,
Massive.
and then as if is 42 by 13 and by 50 by those are 20-inch Nittos.
Can I
So
touch your
those-
tires when you come? When I see you when you get your hair done, can I touch your tires?
No, you
Yeah.
cannot.
You
Just
can
a little
sit in
bit.
them. You can fit in them. That's my daughter. I'm trying to also, I'm raising a daughter, and I'm like, she has her mini Jeep. She's over here like smiling, making sure I mention her. Dylan, shout out to Dylan. She
Hey,
has
Dylan.
her little mini Gladiator. And, I'm just trying to let her know that females can do it too. You have the opportunity to do whatever you want in life. And if you want to build vehicles, you can do it because it's a man's world. SEMA is a man's world, and there's maybe I want to say 10 top females. Lacey Blair's one of them. There's tons and tons of other ones that I don't know on top of my
And
head.
you're
I
doing it
apologize,
without a
but
different website.
yeah, I admit I do
Seriously.
go against a lot of online girls and
You don't have
really
OnlyFans?
no, but we keep talking about OnlyFeet just so we can pay them all off.
All of us,
Hey,
all of us
we
want to
yeah.
sell our feet.
We've all
Dustin was
talked
gonna
about
poop.
our
Dustin
feet.
was gonna poop in a box for $180.
No, I pushed out
It's
2
a thing.
kids.
That's
We ain't doing that.
$180 a
I'll
time.
poop.
Yeah, so
Honestly,
I mean, yeah. Why not?
I'm sure I can. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not that old, but I don't want my daughter to think that's what she
How
has to
you have
do
to do it.
yeah, she can do it on her own. I want her to know that as long as
I think
she
it's
goes
awesome.
through,
Too
and that's
much
what
dignity
I'm
and respect for
trying
yourself
to
to do.
show.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Right.
We'd
And
be
then
too embarrassed.
I
Everybody
guess
would
so.
have to die.
What else does
I
it take
always
then?
say
So
everybody would have to die. Everybody I ever knew would have to die. And people I met at the gas station would have to die because they couldn't recognize me.
I mean, we're a big Jeep family. My boys even got that Tractor Supply little CC or RC. I don't even know. It's like a
yeah, the
go-kart
mini
little
Jeep.
That's
Jeep.
cool.
Like
Yeah.
we're fully gonna hopefully one day custom that for him because that's all he talks about. He wants to paint it, put a stereo system in it. I'm like,
funny.
what are
That's
you gonna
awesome.
drive it to school? I don't know.
Of course.
We live right
Duh.
by all the schools, so he honestly probably could drive it to school.
The Peck brothers just had a couple mini Jeeps and they bought a used 1000cc Polaris 4-wheeler and they ripped all the fenders off of it and they put the mini Jeep on the Polaris chassis
There you
with the
go.
coilovers. And they were
I
having a
mean,
blast with
I
that thing.
love that thing. I drive around our neighborhood. We take it when we
Yeah.
go to Jeep Beach. I drive it along the beach. I have two Boston Terriers and a Frenchie, so they'll sit in there with me. And we went all the way down to Hard Rock and Daytona, and people are just like stopping and taking pictures, asking us where we
That's
got it
awesome.
from. I'm like, this thing gets more attention than my regular Jeeps.
Right?
That's right.
But yeah, with also, with the Gladiator, the builds too, with those things I got with RYD, they are the build management. So they reach out to the companies. They're like, hey, this girl has this amount. This is what she wants to do. Are you willing to be part of the build? So, you do pay a little bit. It's not like there are times stuff for free. Like I said, the Fed Polys were free. They wanted to represent their new line
Right.
at Tennessee Invasion that year. And the one thing about RYD though is like his family, like he's very close. Like his family and his products is what he wants to showcase. And he was like, this is going to be on the Gladiator, blah, blah, blah. And I was okay with that because I feel like he knew what I wanted to do. He knew that being custom, I think also he wanted to maybe get a little bit out of not get out of the Ford, but also be like, I could do Jeeps too, because he is known for Fords. And I think showcasing it at SEMA was like, hey, I also can do Jeeps and this is what I can do for you.
So then it
And
was
we
like the RYD booth. So after you got your Gladiator built, and then RYD had a spot at SEMA, they got invited, and then your Jeep was the
Yeah.
one that they wanted in the booth, or did you get contacted personally and say, "Hey, I need
Well,
your
I
Jeep in the"?
originally went to him and was like, I want to build a SEMA vehicle. And he was
Gotcha.
like, I do. He did go to SEMA. Like I said, he had gone the last 4 years. And
Hmm.
he was like, I go to SEMA. If I really honestly, in the end, your budget matters. There's budgets, we could do this for this amount, or I could do this for this amount. And we
Mhm.
kind of set on amount and colors and height of the lift because I wanted to not walk under it, but I wanted to like maybe run to have to get in it. Step ladder. Because me and my husband are talking about like we almost need a string because she sits at a 18 all the way up and then drops to a 14. So we're still gonna have to figure out how we're gonna get in and out of it every time.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's been, but she's still in Texas. She's getting her drive shaft done. That's kind of been the last thing. A little bit of like, when you start switching stuff up, you get lights on the dash. We're trying to do the like driving component because as if can drive, I just need to do a little bit more things to her. And honestly, I'm scared to get on the freeway with her. I'm just so scared someone's going to hit me or something's going to go flying off and I'm going to go flying down the freeway. So I do tend to stay away from freeways with as if, but the goal is to do a little bit more work on her also. We're going to
Right.
kind of do little things, nothing too crazy, but just kind of get her in the same where if she wants to go on the freeway, she can. She's just a trailer baby. She likes
Yeah.
to be on the trailer.
So
Yeah, being sad.
what's it like then? I guess your Gladiator build is say complete, and then SEMA's coming up. So then it's like, all right, well, you can meet me at the show here. They bring your vehicle to SEMA,
No,
or you are
I
responsible
got
for
really
getting it
lucky. I
there,
did
or
pay. I got lucky. So with the first year, me and my husband trailered it ourselves just because we wanted that experience. It was such a beautiful drive. Would I do it again in a heartbeat? It took us 30 hours from Kentucky to Las
Mhm.
Vegas,
It's a
but
long
yeah,
that's
trip.
it's a long
stopping,
way.
that's gas, that's
Yeah, especially
3,500.
pulling a
Yeah.
pulling a trailer with a Jeep on it. Yeah, that's
It
you're
was,
looking at a little bit extra time.
and we did good because let me tell you, my husband does not stop. I'm like, I have to
It's a guy
pee.
thing.
Please.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I don't
but
like
then
to
That's a
in
good
the
stop.
end,
point.
once
In
you
order
get
for
there,
me to
you're like,
stop, I
oh
have to
God, we're
pretty
good.
much be peeing on myself to stop.
Yeah.
Just the views though was so beautiful. I was also the first time I ever left my children. I had left them with my mom for the whole week. And
Oh
it was
wow.
just a time for me and him to, really sit there and just be like, here we are, we made it. We feel like we made it. We feel like SEMA was the big leagues for us. I don't know if there's
Oh
a
yeah,
bigger
It
it
is
show.
is.
the big
Yeah, it's
leagues.
huge.
Let me know if there's a bigger show because I would love to go and see it. It's the coolest new products. And then this year was really based a lot around the Cybertruck. There was quite a few of those there. And but there's also categories like you have your 392s. You'll see all the lineups of the 392s. You have the different, it's not all trucks. There's Impalas, there's classic, there's new technology, there's old technology,
There's
there's
a lot of hypercars too.
big companies. In the end, it's really a tax write-off probably for all the big companies, I'm sure.
Oh
Yeah.
But goals,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
So then they
Goals.
built the Gladiator, and they like basically took it to the show for you, and you just
This year, yes. So
this year.
RYD has
Hmm.
a semi who and then has a crew that he hires and I haven't got that bill yet. It is a bill. I
Better
will be
polish them
paying for it to
toenails,
do
Callie. Polish them toenails.
that. The kids are getting one thing this year. But
Yeah.
no. So yeah, he
And
gave
it's a
me, he's
one
like,
sock each.
You get a
It's
stock
one
control arm, and you get a stock control arm.
yeah.
Here's some
No, but
33-inch tires. Have a
Yeah.
good time.
there you go. But no, he was like, let me take it. We hadn't seen it. He is so like, you are not seeing nothing. Like, these are your ideas. Let me take it. His name's Mark, by the way. He's like Mark at RYD. He's the owner. And he's like, let me just do my magic. And I know for some people, it's like, wow, no pictures, not knowing what this person's doing, not touching it. It made it so much better seeing it at SEMA because SEMA was the first time I had seen it finish. Well,
Yeah.
I would be losing my mind. I have control issues.
I have had multiple people like,
Just a little
so
bit.
you're just trusting. And I was like, once you see it, you'll understand why I trust him. I felt like, I felt like he did what we had talked about. But yeah, he was just like, I'm gonna take it this year because it had, like I said, the dry shaft hadn't been done. There's a few little knickknacks we wanted to do. We didn't get every of the rigid lightings. I didn't get the pods in time. So, there was little things still missing, but yeah, in the end, I feel like that was more me just nitpicking her, and I think she was actually done very well. I think they took my idea and enhanced it by 1,000.
Awesome.
I mean, we saw videos. Well, I sent you the one video that Dustin saw, but you said you'd already
Yeah.
seen it. Where,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
she
way
got
of
a
life.
lot of attention. Yeah,
I was
she
on
got a lot of
YouTube one
attention.
day and I was like, and then it was Way of Life and it was a cover picture. I was like, I
Yeah.
bet that's Callie's Jeep. And I sent it to her. She's like, yeah, it
I'm
is.
like, it is.
Like she already
That's
seen the
it.
video. I was like, well, I didn't know. I just now saw it. So that was pretty
And
awesome.
yeah, so it's funny. Dave Collins sent me and he said, "Is this you?" And I was like, "Mark's gonna kill you." But yeah, I didn't even want to tell Mark at first. I didn't tell him until we got there, and I was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna let you know before we walk up. I have seen pictures." And he's like, we're at Sema. That's the whole point is,
Yeah.
for the videos. And then she went international with Oracle. I believe it was their Japan side. I'm not 100% on that, but it was someone from Japan who was part of the Oracle team, and he did a full video on it in their
Oh, wow.
language, and it was really cool. The captions was like telling you what he was saying. So I was like, yeah,
That's
she went
cool.
international.
Awesome.
I love it.
So what
But
was what was SEMA like this year then?
well,
While you were
they
there?
are. So a lot of companies did back out last minute because they are remodeling the convention center. So
Oh,
a lot
really?
of spots were not available. The parade, which at the end everyone gets to do the parade where you get to show off the whole company's it's pretty much like just a big parade is the best way to explain it, really. And it was a lot shorter this year just because there wasn't room. They were doing a lot of constructions. Like Bodyguard Bumper, I think this was one of their first years. They did not come. They didn't have any spots or anything. I mean, everyone have their wear, but they did not have a spot this year. I'm not sure what other company. I heard it was about 6 other companies that backed out last minute. So it was a little bit. Well, I don't know if smaller is the word because that place is not small. I mean,
Right.
it is so huge. Like I said, it takes. I
Huge.
almost think it needs to be like a whole week long, so you can see everything. Because
Yeah.
there's just no way. But it's also like, who can afford a whole week in Vegas?
Right.
Because that
Not
is
and
not.
on Jeep.
It's not a cheap trip. It did cost me quite a bit to travel from Kentucky to Vegas the first year with Zip. It was like almost 10 grand in the end for the hotel, the traveling, the gas, of course, you want to do shows, the eat, you do get a pass. So you don't have to be like in the like only the people in the show or only the companies get to go. The locals can go too, which is on Saturday. The people, you can buy a daily pass and go see. You do have to have a pass to go inside, but outside's all free, which is more of the like off-road section and the detailing. And then you also have the I believe it's called Battle of the Builders. Amazing. I mean, the stuff those guys do is just like, holy shit. Like, it's just amazing. And then you also get the kid builders where they bring children in and they get a certain amount of parts and they get to build a certain amount of, they get like 25 minutes to build that part for that vehicle. And in the end, all
That's
the
cool.
parts build the vehicle. Yeah. And that's what I want for my kids. I want my kids to be like, oh, that's cool. I want to do that because that would make me so happy.
Yeah.
Being all old, wheelchairing me to SEMA. That's my goal. Because let me tell you, the walking, it's lots of walking. If you do go, wear the most comfortable shoes and eat because you don't really have time to eat. You're just looking at everything. Everyone's recording. There's the burnout shows. There's a nitro show. There's just so much going on. You really have to be like, all right, this is what I want to see. Because if not, you don't have enough time.
Yeah.
I was there 5 days, 4 days, 5 nights, something like that, or 5 days, 5 nights, something like that. And we barely got to see anything. You do also want to hang out with your vehicle because you do get the opportunities of people walking by that ask you questions. You know, that here's an opportunity for the builders to also be like, this is my builder. This is what he can do for you if you want that same, you know, dream or look or, and it's not just show and shine, shiny, bright, newest thing. It's also like off-roading. There's tons and tons of product for off-roading. There's even like an off-roading course. Not like very much. It's more like kind of what you guys do, like the flexing and the I was trying to think of this thing. It was really cool. Pretty much it how you guys measure it, but on the ramp, it was measuring it on the ramp. Like how far you go up your guys' ramp and stuff when you guys flex. Well, it had it where it would tell you how much it was going up. So I don't know. It was
so
as you were driving up the ramp, it would count down and tell you how far you were.
That's cool. Instead of having to do it manually. That's cool.
And it was like, so and then of course, you know, those opportunities. I'm not sure if anyone that you go with, Sylvia, if they're out there, because I know that
my metal cloak guy, Will Richardson, was out there. We're gonna have him on the show here shortly. Was Jamie out there with Synergy?
I don't think Jamie.
I think so.
I don't know if he was or not. He didn't say he was going, but I don't know if he was or not.
I can't remember if he was out there or not. He's super smart now. So
I know Cross has been talking that they might want to do something 1 year or two up there. They were talking about having, you know, because it's all those kind of companies too. You know, you got
Dial Dynamics was out there.
Jeep, you got any kind of car company you could think of, foreign, US. It's amazing. DSA
now, okay, so are there ones that are like that they actually off-road, or are they all like incredibly clean?
There's like fully mud covered. There's one too.
Shit, so we could make it, Thomas. We can go to SEMA. Let's do this.
Of course, let's do it.
I wonder too. I know that like some of them.
We got a year, November.
Muddy. Yeah. I mean,
well, we can't go the first week. We have the meet and greet ride. We can go from the meet and greet ride there.
There you go. So we get them all dirtied up for the meet and greet ride and drive it straight
from the cruise. Yes.
SEMA. So from the cruise to the meet and greet, straight to SEMA.
Which is Chief. This is the newest part of the family.
Aww.
He's so cute.
I told myself I was done because we had our 16-year-old and our 4-year-old Boston, and I did not want to start over. But he was just Clarence out and came home with me that night.
That's what happened with Wavy. She was on sale.
I know they tried to sell me first, and I was like, "You might want to go try them," and they got you. Yeah, that was a cool show. That was fun. That was a hot show, but that was a cool show. I still think of
I wasn't there.
I'm not allowed to go in there.
Me and Stacey didn't make that one.
What show?
Well, Sylvia wouldn't have let you go in there. She was scaring me.
Like thinking we're all going to die. She was going to get like tuberculosis. It's a spore. Where is my husband?
I don't know.
He's been gone for a really long time.
He left.
He's been gone. He left the chat.
We'll put it. We'll have Dustin put in a stand-in.
He doesn't
take Bentley out.
He went into his house.
If you can still hear me, I'm by the front door.
Okay, I need the dog had to go potty.
Bentley is gone from my view.
Bentley, come back.
It is snowing outside, however.
Well, follow the footprints.
Right.
Another thing too that I noticed I know a company that wasn't there this year too was Rigid Lighting. That is another company. All my lights are done by Rigid Lighting, other than my headlights. Those are Sunpie. And out of everything that I get asked the most about are where my headlights come from. I'm like,
mine's the Infinite Off-Road ones though, but aren't yours the shiny?
Yeah,
are they
I call them the rhinestone
ones? Yeah. I have the Infinite Off-Road. They're like Atlas. Did you? I get so many compliments on them.
Yeah. And RYD's like, don't they change pink? And I'm like, yeah. And I change the pink. He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah. He's like, I was little because I originally went with Infinity Off-Road lighting underneath the Gladiator, and then we decided we ripped those off, and I'm not sure, to be honest, what brand he went with after that. I know we decided we were going back and forth. Should we do all white lights or all pink lights on the Gladiator? And I think with
you don't have RGB? Why didn't you do RGB so you can switch them up?
I don't. Yeah, they were like weren't bright enough. We have 28 of them underneath her.
Yeah. Well, I just have the
And
pods, but then I got those RV the strip lights that you put under RVs. So I have those all the way around my whole Jeep too.
we did that with AK. That's all AK
Mm.
had. He didn't have anything but strip lights. And then when we sold them,
Yeah,
the
I had
people are like,
both.
you use it. We're like, you got to get under there. You got to hold it there and get it right there. 'Cause the only bad thing was that when they did get wet, they would mess up a little bit. Sometimes they would
Oh,
flicker and stuff.
really?
We noticed
Yeah.
that. But that was
Thankfully,
just us driving down. We didn't like off road with it or anything. It was just like driving down the street as it was raining kind of thing.
yeah, if they don't last, but with me being like all the way up covered in mud, it's not going to work for me.
We
That's the
ran
reason
into
they don't show
AK.
pink. It's because they're normally covered in mud at the bottom. It's like you're gonna get in the parade. It's like we're gonna have to crawl under there with Windex and
I know
clean those puppies off because you're not
we're
gonna be
in a
able to see
parade this
them.
week, and it's still my Jeep is still muddy. But I'm thinking
Mine is
since
too.
it's
Got
actually
till
going to be
Friday.
dark, it's going to be dark, so
Yeah,
they won't
Friday.
even see the mud. They'll just see the light, so it'll be fine, right?
Well, you'll
I
have
I'm
to
asked
gonna
them
figure
to
out
do
how to
wash
a
clean
it.
the mud
follow
off the
garage
lights for
soon.
them to see it.
Dustin wouldn't wash it for me today. I asked him when we got home from putting the camper up, and he said no. He said no.
Yeah,
To tell you the
I'm not
truth,
the one that got it dirty.
I have no idea where I'm going to park this new Gladiator. If we stay here in Kentucky, I'm like, I need to find because with as if I can lower her and she fits into my garage. But
Nice.
with the Gladiator, that's
The
clearly not
18-inch
going to
lift.
happen. That was like another thing we were going back and forth with. Like, should we move or should we build here in Kentucky where we would build, a garage with a little house attached to it just to be able to honestly build our
Parked all
home
the
around our
Jeeps.
Jeeps. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I was
going to
gonna
be the
ask.
biggest thing.
I was gonna ask that. So, like, now what? Like, you built a Sema, Gladiator with the 18-inch
Well,
lift, and so
right.
then, like, now Sema's over. So you just drive it around and take it to shows, or like, what do you
Yeah.
do with it?
I mean, that's it. And then, of course, when you're go to the Jeep Invasion, they have the older,
Right.
It'd be nice to be like 80 and be like, yeah, this is what I got. But honestly, it's to leave for my children. There's not much I can give them these days. It's hard to make it these days. And I figure, these might not be my boys' toys, but here's something for you. If you want to trade it in, do what you got to do. Whatever they want to do with it is kind of what it's going to be. I plan on paying it off and leaving it to my children.
Awesome.
So kind of
And
like how people leave classic cars to their
Yeah.
kids or their family. You're just kind of, it may be worth nothing, but it is a lot of
It's worth
sentimental value.
something because, yeah, exactly. The sentimental piece of
That's
it.
what I'm saying is someone will be like, oh, it ain't gonna be worth shit. It's not a classic. You never know what someone will pay for nothing. So mine's
And
been
say it's not, then they can sell it. It's
Right.
what they decide.
Yeah.
As long as I'm in the grave, because if they try to sell it before then.
Well, especially taking it down to Florida, you'll have a lot of people wanting to buy that thing.
Yeah. And that's another thing when he was asking, what's your plan is, of course, I travel, I got a lot of trucks. Now that she's a truck, I could do a lot more truck shows. You got the truck nationals, you got the truck, there's nationals, there's Atlantic City,
there's the one in
Nashville,
Invasion or the one in Gatlinburg.
Yeah, there's Invasion or in Tennessee, there's they're everywhere, girl. I mean, there you guys. So that's kind of what this, and then maybe afterwards, just enjoying it. Like I really don't get to just drive around, like he said. It would be nice
We
to
love
like,
Sylvia.
hey, you want to go to take the Jeep
Okay.
out and go to dinner tonight? Because in Florida it won't be raining, so well, it does rain in Florida, but I mean, hopefully you can be like, yeah, let's go to
rains
dinner.
every single day in Florida, so.
But it's only about 30 minutes, so it's
Right.
good.
Yeah, about a half hour. It's gonna
Right.
rain.
We'll
Just make
park
sure you have a
under
big enough
car.
canopy or tent or umbrella.
Don't stress Callie out, please, because you're gonna have a freak out. She's
Well,
gonna be
it
in
never
Arizona
rains in Florida. I take that back.
ever.
It never
I've
rains.
never been in
Thankfully,
Florida and it
RYD's
rains.
holding on to it until February. So Lone Star will be my next first show. That's in February. I believe it's like February 8th or whatever that first weekend is. That
That's
will
my
be her
birthday.
show. And then she
Yeah, it's
comes
his birthday.
with me.
Happy
I will
birthday.
be picking her up from that. So that's
Nice.
going to be interesting. If we're hopefully, I know I keep saying it, but hopefully we're in Florida by then because I don't know where we're going to put her there, but at the house that we are looking at, it has a side port coming off the house and you just kind of pull in under there. That's kind of the goal until we figure out, maybe a warehouse, or my husband's a plumber. Like we said, we might, get a warehouse and do something like that where she just sits in there until shows, or like we said, going to dinner
Yeah.
and eventually
Yeah.
handing it down to my children is what I plan on doing with her.
Awesome.
If someone made me an offer, would I sell it? It depends on the offer, just because there's so much
Right.
attachment to it. But it also would be cool if I did have no more, like what else, like you said, what else can I do with there? And there really was nothing else to do. And someone made me an offer. I mean, if it's going to pay for my kids' first vehicle, or them to maybe, I don't want to say semester, because we all know it's more than that, but
I can
Yeah.
offer
whatever.
you $250.
Yeah. So I did get an
Sold.
offer on
Add,
as
add
if.
3 more zeros to the back of
Yeah,
that.
cold hard cash.
Well, I
250
did get an
bucks.
offer on as if with cash. It was 85,000. The
Oh,
woman
nice.
was wanting to take it. I couldn't let it go. I wasn't ready. I thought, originally the Gladiator hadn't come out at that time either.
Right.
So I didn't know I was getting the Gladiator and all that when she made me the offer. I'm just like, it's like a third child. I'm not ready to let it go.
I'd pretty
But
much sell anything I own for 85,000 bucks. So just hit me
Justin
up.
would literally take my Jeep to the crusher tomorrow, is how unattached to it he is.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
I'm like,
If someone offered me
my-
50 grand for that thing, it is gone. Just hit me up, brother.
I got a check engine
Hit
light
me
on, and
up.
I'm like, I don't even tell him because I know he'll crush it. I'm like, it's fine, little girl. Just
We
keep
got it the
going.
other day, and she's like, so not only now does it die, like, and loses power
It
steering.
doesn't die. It
doesn't
loses power
die.
steering.
So she starts it up when it's cold, and she doesn't have any power steering. The lights come on, service shifter, all this. She's like, now the dash lights completely go out, and nothing lights up, and I lose power steering, and then it all comes back on, and then I still
Except
have to
my
pull
power
over
steering.
and stop. Yeah,
you should
No,
do a
shut it
code
off
switch.
and restart the power steering. I was like, okay, well that's
it's
fucking
it's
awesome.
something. I have a short stuff. We just haven't figured out what it is. No, what I was telling him
not
is
we.
how many.
It's not
Hundreds of
we.
How many-
thousands of Jeeps, 2021 have had this problem.
E-torque
And
problem.
E-torque and
E-torque.
Jeep cares, doesn't give a they don't care
Yeah.
if you
That
lose
is
power
have to
steering
bleep
driving
yourself.
at 70 miles an hour down the interstate. It don't matter to
But
them.
like I said, 100 years ago, they probably didn't have power steering. So I'm just pretending that I'm driving a bus 100 years ago. And
Yeah.
it's fine. Working
Whenever
on
you
my
lose
arm
power
muscles.
steering and freaking die on the interstate, then I can sue Jeep for hundreds of billions of dollars.
I'm not even turning on the expressway. I don't even need steering.
When we
Whatever.
did the meet and greet ride and we were headed out, and then all of a sudden I look in my mirror, me and Scotty's like, where'd Sylvia go? I'm like,
Oh no,
I don't
it's
know.
fine. It's just
They
cold
were
outside.
way back
so,
there, and then I
yeah,
was like,
she had
we
to
started
stop on
slowing
the side
down
of the
and
road to
we
shut
were
it
slowing
off
down and like
and restart it so the power steering would work. Because that's
I was
how
trying to be
Jeeps
safe.
work.
I was like,
No,
did they
because
just
you
run
told
off
me
the
you
road?
told me that I could just slam it and it's in neutral and shut it off while it was rolling to do it. And
Yes, you can.
and then
I actually
I'm gonna
haven't
try
had
it.
any big problems with I don't know with the Gladiator because I haven't had her much, but with As If, my biggest problem was I got some lights done underneath her, and they disconnected pretty much a piece, and we for 6 hours could not figure out where this piece. We couldn't move her, couldn't do anything with her. She just sat there. We had to have it towed home. Later
Oh,
on,
wow.
my husband's like, "Well, let's just hit this switch." Literally one switch up, and it all started. I'm like, we called our mechanic out. We had our builder out in our garage for 6 hours, and all it was a switch. And we were like,
Mine gets worse. Mine gets worse like whenever I flex it out too. So I figure that it has to be something, I don't know, like a little wire or something that's being pulled. I have it in a list of something he's supposed to do. He's got to go through and check all the connectors, all 400 of them.
Right.
My biggest problem I had was with my stereo system. I needed to probably rewire. I need to ground it, and that's one thing I think I want to do with As If, as I want to rip her system out and kind of do something a little bit smaller. But I really like how my air tank's on top of the stereo. I think that kind of gives it that cool look, when you open the back and show off the back and stuff, you get to see the air ride, because AccuAir eventually actually puts their tanks underneath their vehicles.
Yep.
I put it on in the back, and like my kids, they're like, it's so loud, but it only stays on maybe like just to fill, it's like 2 to 3 minutes. I did do the longer tank and the extra compressor just so it would fill up sooner, because when you're at stuff like Jeep Invasion, drop it, and I'm like, I'm killing this thing. Like, it's just She hasn't had no problems other than when sometimes there will be like an upgrade. I don't do the upgrades. I just leave her alone. I let it be because there's always another upgrade on the app. I will say if you
Yeah.
do
I
that,
don't
I
even
think
do
you should
pay
leave it
attention to that.
alone. Get it
Maybe
into
that's what's
where
wrong
you
with it.
want
Maybe
it.
it's because I never got the app.
Yeah, it could be that.
You don't
Do
have
you have an app?
AccuAir, so you
Oh
don't need
Jeep
the
no,
app.
and apps. I mean, I think my whole car is
no.
ran off
She
of
said it's
app.
the Jeep app. Do you have an app, Thomas?
No, it's the AccuAir app.
Okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
if they told me
For
to get an
the
app,
for the
I absolutely ignored
JLJTs,
that.
yeah, Jeep does have
Yeah, Jeep
a
has the
app, but
app.
it's so that you can lock, unlock, start, press your horn, just
If
some
you have
minor
that,
stuff.
yeah, you have that
But
package.
it's a
And you can
subscription.
also do oil changes. Like you can look up a Jeep
Yep.
place and do like schedule an
Yep.
oil change
It'll
or
tell you your service. It'll tell you what your tire pressures were sitting at,
Yeah,
what
I
your
don't want to do
accident.
all that.
It's real. I had it for a little
it.
bit.
Yeah,
It
me
was
too.
you could actually pinpoint where your Jeep was located at all times.
We went to New
But
York. We made sure we had it
yeah, we did. And because fun fact, anything over 6 foot will not fit in a parking garage
in New York City.
in New York.
In
So we
In a
had
lot
Manhattan.
of places.
so
Don't go to
Yeah.
Manhattan in a Jeep.
Jeep
we
hasn't
stayed
been
in
there
New
yet.
York for less than 48 hours, and I found a place that did have enough spots for me to park in their oversized parking in their garage. And it was only supposed to be like $90, but it was $200 for less than
Nice.
48 hours to park in their garage. And
Ooh.
it was about 6 blocks from our hotel.
Well,
Oh,
we went to Indianapolis for a cheer competition one time in the Armada, and it was at this like hotel slash convention center. And to get to the parking garage, you had to pull through like the valet area and circle around underneath the convention center. And so there was this dude chilling up at the valet area, and we drove by and got down to the convention like underneath, and then we pulled in, and then our roof racks hit the top of the
oh,
parking garage, and we like,
The Armada.
yeah, the
you
Armada. We
you
came to
need
a
the
stop, and he
AccuAir. You
came
need air
sprinting
ride.
down there. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I was supposed to talk to you. I didn't even see you come through because he's out there chilling on his cell phone. And then so we had to back up like all the way around this circle, ramp to get to the top because he wasn't paying attention. He's like, you guys can't go down there. You're too tall. I was like, no shit, fucking Sherlock. Like, we realized that whenever our roof racks were scraping before we
Start
ever entered that
scraping.
son of a bitch. And then
Yeah,
he's
the
like,
first
That's
I'm so
crazy.
sorry. I wasn't even
yeah.
looking. And well, like, no.
Yeah, the first
When
Well,
parking
you
garage
last
we
year,
tried pulling into, they were waving their arms like, no, 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 you can't fit. You cannot fit. And that was before the rock crawler lift on 40s. I still had the 4-inch on 37s.
37s. That happened to me in Columbus last year when I brought some into a cheer competition by myself, and I pulled up, and my Mickey Mouse ears were definitely not going to fit. But like there was no way it was going to take off the whole top of my windshield.
Yeah.
It was bad. And then
It's
I had
good.
to walk a really long time in the snow. I was mad.
Dustin, when you drive Sylvia's car, do girls and guys are like, I love your Jeep. Like my husband gets more highs and we love your Jeeps than when I drive it. I get a little jealous sometimes.
He gets more
on the
ducks
rare
than me.
occasion that I do drive it, I do get lots of compliments on it. And then I took it to Menards one day and I got out and they're like, "Oh man, that's a cool Jeep." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." It's my wife that I came back out. There was a duck on the door handle. I took a picture of a sensor and it's like, "Where did you get that duck at?" Like, it was at Menards. Like, I don't know. But
With
yeah.
I was going to say, Tony actually my husband was in a little article for Jeep Beach, and it was like, we were sad. It's a picture of him driving as if, and they're like, we were sad not to see Cher driving this Jeep, but I guess this guy will do. And I was like, you wrote the article without me. I'm so mad at you. And he was like, because
That's
he is
awesome.
my detailer. One thing he did when he was a teenager was detail. So I do people ask me all the time, who details your Jeeps? I'm like, Tony, like he is so
Yeah.
picky. Our neighbors say you're gonna wash the color off of that because we are always out there, no matter how cold it is. Like even so my daily is a Buick. I do drive as if, and the Gladiator will not be my daily. I do drive a Buick. And the other day, I was like,
That's a good choice.
I love that. I can parallel park.
You should
in that.
never
But that's
daily
if I don't
drive
know
a
if I'm going to be
Jeep
parallel parking.
for any reason. I'm just
Right,
saying.
but
You're weird,
he's just laughing.
No reason whatsoever should you drive a Jeep on a daily basis.
We
no one asked you, Dustin. I thought you were quitting.
we met up with the guy when we sold AK, and he said the hardest thing has been trying to keep this thing clean. He said, I don't know how you did it, buddy, because
Was
they
it
just
black
paid
and
us well
stuff?
for that. Yeah. I pretty much sold AK to be able to buy the Gladiator. We sold that build to be able to buy it. And the builder, or the guy that bought it yesterday was like, I can't keep it clean. We're like, garage
Tony
tech.
doesn't come with.
Well,
Tony doesn't come
one, it
with.
is a black vehicle, so that's pretty much impossible to keep clean. I
And
will say
we
that
can
after
ask.
owning multiple black vehicles. But
Owensboro, he was constantly wiping it down because of
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
how
and it's funny
wet it
because a
was.
lot of people are like, "This is a Jeep, Jeep's black color," and we're like, "Yeah," and they're like, "It's just so shiny and stuff." And, like, I swear, even my builder, he's like, "I don't think that. I think your Jeep's been painted," and we're like, "No, we like bought it originally. Like we know what we buy, you know." And he's like, "I just have never seen a black like this," and I was like, "It's him. He's so OCD with that thing." And
I
it's
mean, there
funny
is
because
like a
now.
bazillion colors of black, but if you do, take care of your vehicle and shine it
Well,
up, it
that's
will look.
one thing I wanted to do with the new Gladiator is I didn't want to do pink, 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 pink. I wanted to break up the color a little.
Yeah.
And when you do see it in person, it's kind of cool. Like the black has like a gray tone to it. I can't remember the name to be honest. And he even was like, huh? Cadillac gray, I'm sorry. And he was like, I don't want to do just black and pink. He's like, let's add this tone to it. And I think it just really helped the pink. I say during the day it's pink, at night it's got a purple. And I think that's what the
Cool.
Tuscadero color is supposed to do. It's almost like
Yeah, because
people
it's
are
a
saying
metallic.
magenta.
It's a metallic color.
Yeah. And I think with adding the gray and the black to it, it just helps reflect off of it. It's just, and I love that because, when we were building it, he's like, I would like pink, pink, pink. And he's like, no, let's do this. And I needed someone because, people are like, well, you want it to be your thing. And it's like, you can also sometimes, like, I didn't want to have to do it again. Like, oh, we messed up. That doesn't look right. He's like, let's do it right. Let's not keep picking colors. Just, let's do these colors together. And if you really don't like it, we can change it. And I was just like, okay. Cause, just thinking gray and pink, you're like, okay. It's kind of hard to see, especially that Tuscadero. It's just a different kind of pink. And then when I seen it, I was like, it's not. It's like the perfect glitter. That's what I say. It's almost like a shiny color to it. And it really helped break up the pink. And that's what I was saying with the white lights under it. I went with the pink lights instead just because pink, who doesn't love that color?
I know, girl. It's my favorite.
I mean, Barbie. And that is another
It's
thing I will
Aerosmith's
say
favorite
about.
color. I think I mentioned that in a previous podcast.
You did, yeah.
I will say black is my favorite color. You'll catch me in black and white 80% of the time. But, I think that's almost what's fun about it. It's not a Barbie pink. It's a magenta. It's like you were saying, a shimmer.
Hot pink.
And all of the Walmart and all the Christmas stuff this year is that color, and I've been going crazy. Half my house is pink right now. Let's just say that. Well, you got the blue behind us, but everything else is pink. I've been buying a lot of that. We didn't get to do the parades this year. Unfortunately, we've been, like I said, moving. It's just a lot of going back and forth to Florida, so we didn't get to do any of the parades. I do a lot of the local stuff, the parades, the local show and shines. We can't forget about those because those are good people too.
Yeah.
They've opened up a lot of doors too. That last one we went to, the guy gave me like $500 in auto parts stuff. So I've gotten like brakes. I locked my keys in the car and my neighbor let me use her AAA. So I let her have one.
Oh, nice.
I'm like,
Awesome.
that's giving out
Nice.
the Christmas cards. But yeah, that was really cool over there at the Kosher Children's. Is that what that was? I believe. Yeah, I really appreciate that win. That was a fun win. But
For a good cause.
Yeah, shiners. Yeah. But and then I love doing the parades for the kids. I want my kids, it's one of their favorite things to do. They get to see their friends from the school and they're like, look at and throw them candy. That's fun. I'm not Light Up Louisville happened this year though. I'm not 100% on that.
It was on Saturday. They changed the date.
Okay, because
It's
we were
usually
down
the
there.
Friday.
We went to that steak and bourbon.
Yeah, they moved it to
Highly
Saturday. Yeah.
recommend that. That was a beautiful place. If you need a date night, I highly recommend that. It's a little expensive, but check out Steak and Bourbon in Louisville. Beautiful date night area. We went gambling afterwards, but we only spent $10. I'm not a big gambler.
I hate gambling. Like I can't do it. I have a hard
Me
time.
either. Me too. I'm
I
like,
can't
ooh,
do
that
it.
could have been, that could have
So
been a
what
cheap.
what
No, I
year
know.
was As If in Sema?
2020.
A 21.
2020? 21?
She was, it was, or she's a 21. She was in 2023.
3.
Yeah, last year.
Okay.
She was at SEMA 2023 because like I said, she's been changed so much. And
Right.
when I met up with Dustin, he's like, hey, I have a buddy named what's Max's name? No, not Maximus. My husband said Christian. Shout out to Maximus.
Christian. Hey, Christian.
Hey.
We love Christian.
We know him.
Josh
We know
Miller.
him.
I'm sorry, I went blank. It's Josh Miller. He runs the Max, and he was like, we are gonna have to do a couple little different things, but I think it's things you're gonna like. And when I did that, he was like, Bodyguard would like to welcome you to come to SEMA with them. And that's kind of how it
So
happened.
you've been to Sema like 2 years in a row then with 2 different
Mhm.
vehicles?
Yes, yes.
So are
So
you
you
doing
do have to do something different to be able to come back. It can't just be
Yeah.
the same vehicles every year. If you do it, it has to be like new rims, new lift. It has to be something dramatic for them
Are
to
you doing
do
a
that.
2025 Sema
No.
build?
I think we're just going to build a company right now. My husband runs a plumbing company, and I think we're going to move to Florida and just kind of focus on that. So we do have something else to leave our kids, hopefully one day,
Right.
That is kind of my husband's a little bit older. I'm getting older, and we're just kind of like, this is it. But it's really funny I say that because we went hashtag to my husband, love you. We went shopping today. And he's like, what are you thinking about maybe doing a couple shows with Max? And I was like, so you want to spend more money? And he's like, that's not what I said. And I'm like, that's clearly what you just said.
Right.
So will it ever stop? I don't know, because who knows?
Probably
Jeep's always
not.
coming out with the newest thing, but I do need to slow down a little. It does cost. I'm not going to act like it's all free and given. It
Oh,
does
yeah.
come out of pocket also. Like I try to be as reasonable as I can be. When people ask, well, how much? I don't want to be like, well, it's this much, because it is also like,
And it just depends
I'm,
on the
I'm sure
yeah.
it's
sponsorships
a
that
lot,
you
yeah.
do, the
It's
and
a
the
lot.
groups
No
that you
one-
get
You're
together
rich,
with.
and I'm not rich, people. I'm in
You're like,
debt.
yeah, just
Do
make bad
not
financial
follow what I
decisions.
do.
Yeah, bad financial decisions. It's all, yeah. Nope.
Your
100%.
husband or wife will not approve of these bills. I will agree.
Yeah.
But in the end, I'm hoping that we either sell it and make our money back, or I leave something for my kids and they decide what they want to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what I'm just.
Yeah.
If I
Right.
could,
You know
I'm not
what?
the
You
one
could
for
have
it.
it worse. You could be doing drugs or gambling or something. Like
Yeah,
that
I
is
don't. I mean,
your
I
like people
drink.
tell
Don't get
me
me
that's
wrong.
my hobby. My Jeep is my hobby. So for me spending money on it and doing the things that I do, it's my hobby. So
Look at
Well, I'm
a
Sylvia
lot of
trying to
people
You
say
mean
justify it.
Dustin spending money on it?
Look at Sylvia
I'm
trying to
ready.
justify
yeah.
it.
Birdies.
I'm ready to spend money on a cruise after hearing that. Like, I'm ready for a cruise.
Hey, Thomas and Stacy just booked a cruise.
I know that's what you guys are saying. I was over here, a mean mugging Tony. We're gonna be married 10 years. And I'm like, I want to go on a cruise.
Well, Stacy and I've been married 26 years, and this will be our
Oh,
first. So
beautiful. We've been together 20 years, but
They
on
do have a
paper,
Black
well,
Friday sale on those cruises.
Yep.
What he said.
I know. And I keep wanting to do Disney. Megan Green probably hates me because every year I'm like, I'm going to do it this year. Megan Green is also a Jeep girl, and her wife is a Jeep girl. And I believe her wife was actually one of the judges at Owensboro show this year. So that
Oh,
was
okay.
kind of cool. Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't know, though. She didn't tell anybody until the very end, which I don't know if we'll be back to that show personally, even though it's very close and local.
Yeah.
It was a
I feel
little
like we
different
have
this
something
year.
else that weekend now. I
Yeah.
feel like we have. That is the
There
thing
is
with Jeep
something
things.
that weekend,
is
but it
there's-
won't be close when you're in Florida, ma'am. You're going to be
Yeah, it won't be close.
way
Yeah.
the other direction.
See, if I get there, so these people are buying our house. They're young, but it's just like the market's ugly. Hopefully, Trump gets in here and does some stuff because I need some better interest rate also.
No
Dude,
shit.
for real.
We're all hoping for that.
But
We're-
I might not have an extra room, but I'll have a pool y'all can in walking distance to the beach. So
Hey, I got a camper, so we're good.
Yeah.
We'll just find a little
And I
campsite.
don't have
Southwest Pool
HOA.
Party at Cali's. Let's go.
Yes.
It's fine.
Or even just Jeep Beach, you're like, hey, we're coming down for
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeep Beach. Let's get together. That is
Yeah.
why we chose that area, why we chose it's Ormond Beach, but it's Daytona is Jeep Beach. We have gone there multiple times. A great event, great charity. They've done a lot for the community, a lot for that state. And I just kind of want to be part of that. I think that that will also open even more doors. It's like, hey, you guys got a job? Like, something like
Yeah.
that is, or, just promoting our company with them also, is the goal for that. I really, I love that area. My kids love that beach, and I'm hoping that we can take the Jeep with us and, just kind of do more shows there while we're there.
Thomas and I
Yeah.
love
Awesome.
Daytona.
We did.
Yeah.
And it's don't get me wrong, I would love to be like Siesta Keys and all that, but I think with the hurricanes that scared us, where the hurricanes come this way and they kind of not as bad. I know we still get but that is another reason why we're going, is because the plumbing there's just so good.
Yeah.
And the Jeep community is huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys should really check out Jeep Beach. It's a cool one. And then of course there's Jeep in the Coast. That's in Mississippi. We AK won there. He took top 5. I was with Amplified Designs in their booth for that. What other shows have we done? We've done quite a few. We've done Tennessee, which Tennessee winning the top 5 was just so cool. But then coming back the following year and winning runner up for JL, he pretty much was like, I'm gonna have to let you do runner up, because I did not stay for the whole 3 days. So show and shine at Tennessee is for 3 days, but it was 104 degrees. It was so hot.
Yeah.
I was like, I came in Saturday where it was the trophy time. So yeah, but she's just opened so many doors. The Gladiator, I'm really excited. I hope that it can open more doors. When I say that, I mean more sponsorships, more shows, more, my daughter even, like, hopefully they'll be like, hey, let's do this to her Jeep. I just really want her to get involved in that, and my boy too. That's just really the goal, is to keep the family tradition going. It's
Right.
one
Yeah,
I
that's
started
cool.
myself, and I hope it continues on. Maybe my
Yeah.
grandkids will have Jeeps.
Yeah, Gladiator's
You
getting a
and
lot more
World of
popular too.
Wheels?
So.
Say that
Well,
again. I'm
He-
sorry.
She won't
Jeep
have
did
her.
go
She
out of
won't have her.
business just like
You'll
this
be
month,
having
so there is
as
that.
if though.
Yeah, are you taking
Yeah.
as if to World of Wheels?
As if, well, I don't really know. I don't know what I don't know if she's gonna be doing much shows this year, just because the 44-foot trailer is a bitch trying to pull that thing.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
I
a
bet.
lot of the traveling, and you don't want to be in a car with me. I'm like, brake, 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 because I'm just so scared someone is gonna smash into, especially when it's like 6th grade, going down Tennessee hills
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff
Oh,
with
yeah.
her. It's just, and then you also have to think, like, hopefully I don't get robbed. Like, I know Quake, when they were heading to Jeep Beach, like I don't know what year it was, a lot of years, something like that. I don't know the whole story, but supposedly they were robbed at a gas station. So
Oh,
it's like, we
wow.
try not to stop a lot when we're going to places, just because you don't know where you are most of the time. And that's, so do I want to take both? I don't know. I think this year is just going to mostly focus on the Gladiator, unless it's local, local stuff.
Well, I say
And
World of Wheels is in January. I know the deadline.
Yeah, but you may have already had to sign up.
Pack your Mac 10s and let's go.
Let me see.
Let's
Yeah, let's
go.
go. This will be the last car you try to
isn't it,
steal.
don't you have to be invited, right? Like, you have to
No.
fill out.
No.
You have to put an application in, and they
Yeah,
say
there's
yes
an
or no.
application and
I'm
send in
trying
Yeah, I'm
photos.
not
But-
sure.
They let
With
me
the-
in. You're good. Just put your application in quickly.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. That might be something. I don't know if I've ever tried to get into it or anything. I know that Thumper and you guys did it last year, but I really hadn't looked into it.
I know Christian's doing it this year.
Is he?
I've got,
Mhm.
let me see if the deadline's up. Hold on. I have it in front of me.
My kids are like, feed me.
January 18th.
They're literally over here sign language me.
Yeah, it's been almost an hour and a half.
I'm
Is it
sorry.
this?
I'm a yapper.
Oh
So
no!
I-
Hey, most of ours go an hour and a half plus.
I was gonna say, I'm a
it's-
Navy baby, and I moved my whole life. I went to like 6 different schools, so it's like talking is how I made friends. How I
Yep.
feel like
When she sits in my chair, I just let her talk because she's very interesting. She has lots
Which
to say.
I need to come see you. Don't judge me. I need to come see you
I
soon.
won't judge you. I need to come see me too.
I like your
I need
Sema. I like
some
your
plumbing
Sema coat.
work so you could do my hair. I'll be like, let's trade. That
You
has
get
been
that-
I know,
really
right?
nice. We've been doing quite a bit of that. I get my nails free now because of plumbing. I
Nice.
just need to get my hair done free.
You
Don't
got
be
the date,
wishing
Stacy?
plumbing problems on me.
It was the
Sorry,
20
it's true.
November 25th.
November
If you do
25th
need
was
your
the
hair
cutoff.
done, Sylvia is the best though. I've been going to her for almost a year and a little over a year now, and she's
Stacey's
I
taking
think it's
been
been
my,
closer. It's been closer to 2 years, Boo.
I was gonna say too, yeah, I was gonna say, and you've helped me out, girl. You've had some good moments, make me look 20 years old again. Maybe next will be your daughter doing it.
I know she's
She'll have to move to
almost
Florida.
halfway through.
Right? Did you get your
Well, I
Well,
really
coat
appreciate
this
you
year or
guys.
last year?
Did you get
I'm
your
sorry,
SEMA jacket?
Your SEMA
yeah,
jacket?
so this was this year, but I have tons. Like they have each different section has different stuff. Like it was pretty cold this year. So last year it was warm. I was in shorts the whole time. This year we were in sweatpants, bundled all the way up. That cold air from coming off the desert hills was just, it was a good cold little front. But by like 11 o'clock, you're sweating. It's kind of like Florida.
Yeah.
Like we did get a little, my husband has never been, or my daughter has never been on the West Coast over there. Oh, I take that back. They went to California once, but where everybody did get a little bit of sore throat just from all the dry air out there. That was new. Because afterwards, a lot of company, I'm not sure which company started it, but after SEMA, the tradition is everyone goes out to the middle of the desert and does desert pictures. I posted a couple of them,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah, I
got
saw
my
your
full.
Facebook thing where you guys were driving out there.
Yeah, so that was really cool. They and then of course, you get all your models that go out there and that will model with your vehicle and that kind of stuff. It's really cool. That's a good little drive though. That's like a little about an hour or two away from Las Vegas.
Okay.
So you got to get you on the trailer all the way there. This year, I didn't have to do that though. I hopped on an airplane. RYD took care of us. He got her there, got her home. He actually has her in Texas right now just because he has a big garage to fit her in. Like we said, doing a couple of the little things. I'm glad you guys noticed the drive shaft though, because that was the point. It was to kind of get everyone talking
everybody
about
talking.
like, where's that? Because it's obviously a
Good,
Jeep
bad,
thing,
and
we knew
indifferent.
that. And it's
Yeah.
kind of funny because, I didn't notice at first. Ronnie, he is also with Max Diesel. His wife also has a Jeep, Brittany. She's my nail girl. They got to come out with Max Diesel this year. And he's like, where's your drive shaft? And I look over and I'm like, holy shit, I don't have one. And I'm like, sorry. But I look
It's
over at Mark.
Bluetooth.
And
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
she was telling us Bluetooth.
It's
is the
Bluetooth.
It's
Version
Bluetooth.
Whenever
one
I got my
Bluetooth drive
lift,
shaft.
when I got my lift, we had to wait because we had to measure for my new drive shaft. So I had to drive mine for like a week and a half, 2 weeks without it. And that's what we tell everybody.
You
That
just get you
First
two
off-
Bluetooth U-joints and bolt in the front drive shaft and the transfer case, and they talk to each other and spin at the same
yeah,
rate.
we're like, yeah,
on
that's
Way of
Bluetooth.
Life, there was quite a few comments on Way of Life on his YouTube video, like where the drive shaft, and Tony posted on there. He's like, it's getting the 5G Bluetooth at the moment, and and I was
Nice.
like, just let it be, because like I know it's not everyone's taste, and there's gonna be comments, and people are gonna be like, oh, she ruined that Jeep, but it's like I think that's what makes it so cool. It's like, wow, you can also do that. You can do that, or you could do this. It's whatever your desire.
It is
your
none
taste
of
is.
your business what other people
Right.
think of you, girl. So don't give a shit. Who cares?
Yeah, but it's
People
also like
that just
I
gave
get
them
it.
something for people to talk about, regardless if it
Yeah,
was good
who
or bad
cares?
or if
Who
And I
cares?
I mean
think
they're
it
talking
gives
about it.
other
It's getting
products an
publicity either
opportunity.
way. It's getting publicity.
Yeah.
Right.
Who
And it
cares?
also gives other products to maybe, join the Jeep, like, okay, so that could be put on a Jeep. So maybe I can make that, maybe other products will maybe look at it and be like, oh, maybe we should build that next. So
Right.
that's
Yeah.
kind of what we wanted to do with there was just, I keep saying the next big thing for me, at least it was, because I don't know any Jeep that looks like quite like that.
Yeah.
No, it looked
Yeah.
cool. It's definitely awesome.
Everyone's now
Definitely
like,
different.
what are you gonna,
Well, and people
Uh,
don't understand that there is show Jeeps, there are show trucks, there are show cars. That's what they're for. They're supposed to be a little avant-garde and like
Ooh, big
not
word.
like something you would normally. Yeah, like it's
and I think
what
that's
they're
what
for.
SEMA gives the opportunity for. SEMA's like,
Yeah.
all right, here's the different parts, and this is what you could do, and
Yeah.
you just find what fits you and what you can afford.
Yeah.
Because cheap parts are not cheap, as we all know. Just
Oh,
empty every
man.
pocket.
I can't even imagine the Jeep parts for a SEMA build. Like that had to have been insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they
she's
give
up
you
there.
discounts
A
and
little bit.
stuff.
Yeah,
for it.
discounts,
So that's
That's the
sponsors
good
obviously
part.
will
Right.
play a big
So, like
part.
for
But
example,
Which still
you
is
would
still.
like
I
for
mean,
example,
just your
my
undercoat
tires.
paint was.
Right. I try to buy, I looked it up and like my wheels from the Fittipaldi on As If and all that. I probably would have paid 10 grand. And if I would have had, when I bought them, it was 5 grand for, well, I know those ones were free, but for example, that's kind of like example, like say something's 10 grand, it's going to be about 5 grand going through a build management.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's kind of how it's from 60 to 9, or I don't want to say 90, let's say 60 to 75% off. But then you also get like, if it's just like a bill where they want their name on it, they'll be like, here you go. You know, they'll throw stuff at you, put my product on your car, especially if you're going to SEMA, they want their product, you know, to be the next thing.
Mhm.
So
Right.
that's cool. And, you know, we all put our stickers on the back. So, you know, you got all your different companies that support you on the back of your window to kind of let everyone else know, you know, hey, this is what you can have also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your Instagram, so everyone knows who you are. I'm just so scared someone's gonna write me and be like, "Can you please get out of the way?" I'm gonna be like, "She doesn't go any faster."
Leave me alone. I'm enjoying my drive.
Speaking of it, I'm gonna enjoy my Texas Roadhouse that I won at the show and shine. That's what our plan was
I
to go tonight.
know.
We won
Yeah.
that the free 2 adult meals at
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still haven't
Roadhouse.
used ours either, actually.
Yeah, we
So
were
that's-
just talking about it the other
the
night.
kids are
We
over
hadn't
here like-
used ours. Yeah. Texas Roadhouse. Well, you know what? We will probably start to wind down then. Is there anything coming up this week, guys? Stacey, why are you blurry?
I don't know. It is what it is.
Okay.
Our
It's fine.
camera
Yeah, and
keeps
if
messing
anyone
up.
has like shows out there, they're like, hey, she should check this show out. Like, cool,
There
let
it
me
is.
know. Like, I'm always open to try out new shows or even
Yeah.
just like any kind of charity work. I'm very open to doing any of that. You know, I know there's times where kids are like, you know, she needs a special ride to prom. You know, I would love to be able to do something
Oh,
like
yeah.
that for a
that'd
kid
be
in
awesome.
need, or, you know, just a ride just to be able to get in and, you know, that my dream truck, or, you know, I really look
Something.
forward. I'm hoping that she gets to open kind of some of that stuff too.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, that'd be cool. Yeah. So we have the E-Town Parade Friday.
Friday.
This
Yep.
Friday is the E-Town Parade. So yeah, those that were had turned in their information and stuff.
Pre-signed up.
There's roughly about 15 or 17 or so that are going to be in the
17.
parade. And then the parade starts at 7. Is that when the parade goes through? So yeah, they'll basically be shutting downtown of
Yeah,
Elizabethtown.
my little girl's in the Nutcracker this year, so I've missing a lot of the parades and the get-togethers and stuff because we're doing a bunch of auditions every day after school. Or
Oh, fun.
Awesome.
oh, it's
Yeah.
just so cute.
That's
It's
definitely
so
going to be fun.
They're
That'll be
like
more
all
fun.
Are you
so
guys-
worried about their mess up, but it's so funny to watch them. They have no idea what's going on.
Of course.
And then we have Freezing for a Reason this
On Friday.
weekend too.
Or Saturday.
On
sorry,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
in their shepherds or a parade, I can't remember what parade. There's something
Shepherdsville
else going on right
Shepherdsville
after.
Parade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shepherdsville
Light up
Parade.
Shepherdsville
I
Saturday.
can't go to that. I have something going on.
Yeah,
oh, we might do
don't
that.
we?
That's not far from me. Shout out to Bullitt County. We live in Bullitt
Yeah,
County.
that's
so
usually one of my
yeah.
favorite ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I
Is there
have-
something going
I
on
have-
Sunday?
Yeah,
can't-
work. For some of
Yeah.
us, anyways.
This
I
is
hope not.
Only for those of us that work at Target.
Hold on. Is that when the lights up in Louisville thing is?
Is that on Sunday or Saturday? Or is
Oh,
it
no,
Saturday?
That
That's
is
Saturday
Sunday.
night.
Sunday.
That
That
is
is
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
As Jessica would say, we're not going to that. I can't. It's too many
We're not
days
going
of
to that.
stuff.
Stacy's gonna have
We're
to
not
work
going to that.
Sunday, so we're not going. Since
It's-
I work
since it is
Sunday night.
December, Stacy has to work at
And
least.
it's like 40
They
bucks.
charge you
One day.
$50 to drive your car through the mega cavern.
It's
that has
gotten a
Christmas
little
lights in it.
expensive.
It's crazy expensive.
$50 this
Like-
year.
Yeah, it's like 40
It's a
something
little-
dollars.
it's gotten a little crazy.
It's $48 this
It's
year.
48.
Yeah.
Wow.
We gotta take his dad through it in 2 more weeks. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean,
Maybe I
it's-
can get you a discount. I have a girl who works there. Maybe she.
What year was that? My husband said, I remember when it's $5. And what year
I
was
was
that?
gonna say, it used to be
I know.
cheap.
When
It
we used to
be
go,
cheap.
now I'm like, we're too poor for that.
That's
When we
when
could
they had
drive
a-
through
Oh,
Freedom
no,
Lake
you gotta-
for free.
You gotta charge passengers to
That's
get in your
ne-
car
that's
to go
next
through
week.
there.
I've taken my dogs. My dogs love it. My dogs
Yeah.
like it more than my kids.
Oh yeah, Friday. Is it
It's
Friday next
$10 a
week?
piece, dogs. Get in.
mhm.
Is it on Friday the
Callie,
13th?
if you have to dip out, you can. Don't feel like you have
Okay,
to.
yeah, hey,
Okay, I know
got
you-
no
I know your
freedom.
kids
I'm
are like,
raising young ones still. They're literally, you
Fetus.
should see them. If I video, look at them. Let me show you both photos. Show everyone real quick.
They're all
Hey,
waiting
hey
on you.
guys. Hey,
We're hungry.
We're hungry,
Everyone's
Mom.
like, see, even the dogs. Look at, they're fighting over who
I know.
can
They're
get
like,
the thing.
It's
they're
like,
eating
screw
each
this. We're not
other.
gonna feed us. We're just gonna
There's
eat each other.
Camper
He's
Day.
like,
that
whatever.
one looks angry.
Well, I really appreciate you guys letting me be on this.
Yeah.
You know, you guys
Well,
are.
thanks for coming
Yeah.
on.
Thanks
We
for
appreciate
coming
it.
on.
And I'm gonna take you up on getting in one of your cars, but I don't know if you'll want me. I'll be like,
Nope,
know,
come
even
on.
when it's
Oh,
not
you
my
can ride with
Jeep.
me. I don't care.
Yeah.
I can't hear
Yeah.
any. I can't hear
Yeah, Sylvie
anyway.
can't hear anything anyway, so
I'm
it doesn't
deaf,
matter.
so I can't
paranoid.
hear anyway.
Wait, what?
And if not,
Exactly.
then
Exactly.
I'll see you at our next parade, or I'll be at that show and shining. I love them show and
Yes.
shine. So I'm
I know
looking
you
forward
do.
to seeing you guys this summer. And yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity to just talk about my Jeep, my family, and
Yeah.
if anyone needs anything or if anyone has any question about build management, I'm here. I'm open to any questions or answers that I can help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey,
We'll
can you
have
tell
your
can you
Instagram
tell
and
your
everything.
Instagram? Yeah.
Yeah, it's as if Tuscadero on that, and then there's just Kelly Keith on Facebook, but that's mostly my family stuff. I don't
Yeah.
post a lot of Jeep
Yeah.
that stuff. But Cyber Monday, if you looking for some new shackles or some recovery P3 billets, posted the Gladiator, and you can get, I believe it said 40% off today.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So if
Awesome.
anyone's looking for any Cyber Monday deals, we got you too.
If you have any QR
Post that
codes
on.
or stuff,
Yeah.
send it to us and we'll put it on
Okay.
here. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I appreciate it,
Awesome.
guys. I'm gonna go use that show and shine.
Yeah.
Texas
Free
Roadhouse
Yeah.
food.
coupon.
Awesome.
I appreciate
Right.
you guys. Thanks
All
again.
right, y'all
Bye,
have a good
Callie.
night.
Thanks.
Hey,
Have a
guys.
good night,
See ya.
Callie.
Bye. Please.
You're like, I can't get out of here.
How do I do
So
this?
cute.
I can't say
She's cute.
goodbye.
Okay, so we got both of the parades. We have
Reason for a
the
reason.
Freedom for a Reason.
Yep. And then
I think
and
that
then
actually-
the 13th, Friday the 13th, we are doing our voodoo meet in E-Town at the Five Guys, and then we're going to, after we meet up
Freedom
there,
Lake.
we're doing Freedom
Oh.
Lake.
Yep.
Hey,
Drive through
Justin,
Freedom Lake.
we're not going to that. He
We're
loves
not
Five
going
Guys.
to that.
We're
It's free.
It's free. Well, besides
Five Guys is free?
No.
Going to Five Guys
that's
is
what
free.
I thought.
Not eating at Five Guys is free.
Freedom Lake is free.
We
Those flights are
will
free.
not be doing that.
free,
Thanks
dumb.
for the invite, but no.
But no.
Oh, that's funny. So we forgot. I didn't get to tell you guys. I'm gonna go back to the camper, and Stacy needs to go back to
Oh.
what we also did with Stitch. I know. So, the camper. I said we're not pooping in the camper, and someone who was in our camper decided that they were going to do that anyway.
And it wasn't Dustin,
Wasn't
and
me.
it wasn't
It
Sylvia.
was not me.
Wasn't me. I wasn't there.
And it wasn't me. We weren't there.
Someone had an emergency and had to go.
The first
So-
5 minutes.
So then, whenever we had to clean out, you have to clean that out.
You didn't know
What
that?
Okay.
goes in must go out.
No, my rule was no shitting in the camper.
You think there's some special microbe that you pour in there and it just eats it all? That'd be cool.
Yeah,
but
that'd be
So
cool.
we're leaving, and we have to hook up this tube
Put in here.
to the poop hole.
Oh my
And
God.
Dustin got this tube that has a clear elbow in it, so that way we can see.
Come here.
I guess when it's running clear.
Lay down.
That way
It
you know
was
when it's
so
clear.
gross that I started gagging so hard that I peed my pants. I had to drive home with pee pants. I mean, I just peed it like a little bitty bit, like a mom pee for all those. Like I was like,
like you can't control your bladder.
Right.
It was so bad. I
Like
was
you really
gagging
have to
violently.
pee and a little bit just seeps out.
Yeah, just a
before you
little
make it to the-
bit comes out, and then I was able to like waddle up to the real bathroom and use it. And I was like, "This is terrible." Plus, it was cold. It was horrible. And then it was like I call all time not it. I'm not doing it.
all time, not it.
All time not it. That was the only traumatizing part of the trip. Everything else was great, but I did pee my pants a tiny bit.
If you shit in the camper, you got to drain it out. That's part of it.
Well, I know, but Yeah. And then Stacy, we you forgot to tell people that we made your stitch addiction worse.
We did.
No, there was not we. That was
I put one thing in that cart. One.
I put 0.
One.
I put a few.
$82 later.
You got lots of good stuff though.
y'all kept just
Stacey, how much
piling
have you
stuff in.
spent on Stitch in the last 4 trips to Hobby Lobby and
Places with
Big Lots?
Her whole paycheck.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, half your paycheck. She's counting. She's like
So
It wasn't half my paycheck.
a third,
$400.
At
probably.
least.
Probably.
So $800 is what we're saying.
No.
Sylvia turned into a. Oh wait, there she is.
Well, because the dog was begging to get in again. Oh, and she's very fluffy. Oh, she's got another bow. Someone put another
ours
bow.
are
Is it
pacing.
you,
They're
Dustin?
probably hungry. Probably.
Well, Lola got a
I
bath.
thought ours
so
was
she's
getting it on back
giant.
here.
Like,
Lady.
look how fluffy she is. She got a bath today. So her
So
hair's
she's
a
a
little
big
flat.
fuzzball.
So she's a fluff ball.
Did you forget to clean her face?
No. Savannah gave her the bath.
Her
That's her
face,
color.
everything's white and her face is really dark.
Oh, well, she's got the same coloring back here.
She's got a
just
little
right
brown in her.
here.
Oh.
So it's like a raccoon.
Oh, they're making fun of you. They're making fun
Her
of
face
you.
is usually not that dark.
She's probably still kind of wet.
It's the
It's the
lighting.
camera.
Yeah.
It's the camper. It's the poop hose. She got in the poop hose.
It was like juicy pudding. It was horrible. It was disgusting. It was so bad.
Like
The elbow, the clear elbow made it so much worse.
how else are you gonna see when it's
Smelling
clean?
I don't know. I think you should just have like a timer where you're like,
A
after
timer.
5 minutes,
A
it's done.
timer.
Yeah, you just know that after 5 minutes, it's done.
You just flush
Or
all the
an
water
hour.
out of it to clean it, and then you're lighter weight.
That's crazy.
Well, while you were cleaning poop out,
What?
I
So bad.
Stitch got new shoes.
Oh yeah, Stitch. She
Oh
get new shoes.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. What did you
Nice.
get? What'd you get?
Hold on, Thomas. What did you order?
44-inch Mickey Thompson.
Oh, are they not? Are
I
they
know
on
they were
Stitch yet?
Mickey Baja
Yeah, they're on
Boxes,
Stitch.
but
Dominic
they were
went to go pick them.
35.
So since our son works at Discount Tire, we got a discount at Discount Tire. But
Black
she got
Friday special.
35-inch. Oh yeah, plus a little bit of Black Friday special on top of that
That's
too.
awesome.
So she got 35 Mickey Thompson Bajas, 12 and a half by
That's awesome.
17
Baja Boss ATs.
ATs. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So
That's awesome.
she was able to get those picked up.
What are you ordering tomorrow, Thomas?
Well,
42-inch Mickey Thompson.
I was going back and forth on possibly doing the 42s,
42s.
but since I'm still running the Dana 44s, I still want to go play off road. Now, if I was just doing
Not
a
break
pavement
nothing.
You
race
have
and
your
stuff,
37s on the red
If I was-
wheels to play off road. So just order the 42s and then they'll be there for when you're ready. Do it.
But it's not going to have the quick.
Do it, Thomas.
But what's the
You're going to have to
point
do all those
of?
changes with your pressure.
But
valve.
what's the point? You're going to lose all your clearance going from 40s to 37s.
He'll have
what do you-
more clearance. What are you talking about?
I lose the ground clearance.
How is he
Yeah.
going to have more clearance? That's what
An
I'm saying.
inch and a half of ground clearance. That's nothing.
Makes it-
Okay.
Nothing.
Not when you got a Badlands off-road jack.
That's true.
He'll just sell
No.
the 40s and buy 42s.
No,
like-
I'm gonna
Just-
go. I'm just gonna
Just
go ahead
order
and do
the
40s.
42s and then buy the Ultimate Dana 60 Black Friday sale on Northridge. with the 5 forged V-Luck wheels for 20 grand.
Apparently, we're made of money.
You are.
I don't.
You guys are
have-
loaded.
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 You might want to ask Callie for a loan, Thomas.
She's definitely broke after the build that she did on that
I know,
Gladiator.
She's got
Like,
44s.
none of us have any money, so barking up the wrong tree.
No, so what you're saying, Dustin, is I need to go sweet talk my mama.
All you need is another loan for 20 grand.
Mom, I know
Hey,
you're
you
listening. We
can
need
you
help.
can buy those bastards on a firm.
The fur.
Then
It's
we'll
20
have to buy
grand
2
on a
sets.
firm. It's like $30 a month for the next
What does a
400
firm
months.
How does a
At
firm even work?
29.99% interest, Thomas, it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
32% interest.
It's $30
Is that how
a
much
month,
it is?
Thomas, for one
Is that how much
ton.
interest it is? That's
It's
bad.
It just
I don't know.
depends on how
I have
it's.
no idea how much
Yeah.
interest it is, but
No.
it's probably a
Yeah,
lot.
we've never actually used a firm ever.
I've used it a
You-
few times, but they'll do a no interest for so many days or so many months.
Yeah.
That's
No
the
interest
only
for 3
time-
Or
months.
sometimes
and
even
then
if you
it goes
do,
to 37%.
even if you do interest, some of them too. Even if you decide to go ahead and do the longer term and in interest, sometimes it's like $30 of interest.
Yeah.
So I say whatever. I can pay the additional 30 if I'm saving an extra $60, 50,
Well,
60
then just do it. And order the 42s.
Definitely.
No.
Yes.
42s for everyone.
42s for everybody. Yep.
Dustin's
Hashtag
buying
42s.
42s for everybody.
I'm
And
putting 42s on the Armada. Let's
That
go.
would
and
Fender
new
chop.
axle for all.
Can you say Fender chop?
I'll
He's already
have
got
to-
big axles on the
I'll
on the
have to
Armada.
do like a
At least-
body
Hey, what does
delete
the
on the
Armada
back.
have?
I don't
What
know.
does the
Use a
Armada have?
Sawzall.
Does the Armada have, Dustin, does the Armada have like what would be equivalent to like a 44 or is it like a 60? Or like a
What?
35?
The-
What kind of
the
axle size?
I have no idea. They're
It's
solid.
strong
It's a
enough to
solid
support
axle.
the torque of a V8, but
It's a solid
it's
axle.
it's not it's not.
But I have no idea. I think the it's on 20-inch rims, but it probably has like a 33-inch tire right now. So I'd have to cut out a significant amount of the body in the front and the back.
Especially whenever the air ride in the back is like deflated.
But it doesn't deflate
That'd be
anymore because
bad.
I fixed that. I
I
put
know.
it into
Even with the damper on there, it didn't
an
break.
air compressor, hook it up and pump it up just like a tire. You put whatever pressure you want in there and it stays there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Factory air compressor delete. Complete.
No, I'm gonna go. I talked to Patrick this weekend when I was over at Rich and Nicky's on Saturday. Yeah, we had a little fun in the garage at Rich and Nicky's Saturday. Nicky made some really good potato soup, but and some bread. Yeah, when I told Patrick, I was like, so Dominic's got this discount that I can use, a discount tire. I can get 40s for the 540s for this price, and he instantly called. So not even as soon as I hit send, phone's ringing. He's like,
Here's what
jump
I
on
say.
it.
Here's what I say though.
He was trying to talk me to go ahead and do the
use
42s.
the money that you're gonna spend on those tires towards your axles in 42s, and just ride the Furies. The Furies are fine for right now. Just
You
ride
say
them
they're
out.
fine. They're not fine.
No.
They're fine.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
As long as it doesn't rain.
So let's put them on Sylvia's Jeep and let her drive around with them for 1 month, and I bet you change your mind.
I'm sure they're fine.
Sure they're fine.
I'm sure. No.
No, they're decent. They're decent. It's just not for what I want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
But what you want to do is have 1 tons and 42s. So
Yeah,
instead of
but with
spending
the price that I
instead of
well with the
spending
price
that much
well,
money on
the price that I
on
can get the
Mickey's.
40s, the price that I can get though for 5 of them, I can still run those and still be able to buy 42s later on.
Yes.
But
And then turn around and
it's
sell
just
those
wasting that money on those 40s.
What is
That's all you're
wasting
doing.
money, Dustin?
You can use your money for
Yeah.
whatever you want. I'm just saying that $2,000 or $2,500 or whatever it is can go towards the 20 grand for the axles.
I know,
and
but
the
then
wheels.
he would immediately have to do axles, and if there's anything else he wants to do ahead of that,
Because if I get that, when I get the axles and get rims, I may not even be able to afford the 42s at the time.
Right. Exactly. So that's why you
So
don't spend the money on the 40s
hence
now. You just
why
put
I
those
should go
axles
ahead and just get
on
the 40s since I can get them.
now.
Yes.
Because you're gonna
And
get
he needs
now,
new tires.
you don't. Your tires are fine. They're
So-
absolutely
No.
fine.
They're perfect.
No.
They're 100% the best tires ever.
No.
They're tires and they have good tread. They're fine.
That's
No.
right. I can sell
that's all
them.
you
I'll
need
sell
in
them
life.
to somebody else. Somebody else can have them.
I'll give
Yeah.
you $10 for them
No.
No.
a piece.
See, obviously, if
If-
you say they're that great, they should be worth more than $10 to you.
$10 a piece,
11.
bro.
No,
$50
No.
for 5.
no. They're like regular, like $400 or $500 a tire, brand new.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you're bitching about them because they're not good enough.
Um,
Come on, man.
He almost
They're
died.
fine.
He almost
I
died.
don't. I
Come
do not
on,
like
man.
them. I do not like them at all.
Do not like them, Sam. I am. I will
Give
not
them-
eat them here
tires
nor
that I
there. I will
know
not
You
eat them
can- you
anywhere.
can give
They
them
will
back
not climb up this
capable to
rock
do
or
what
that
I wanna
rock.
do.
They will not go
They
through that
climbed up
mud
rocks
or that
fine.
mud.
Whenever we went on the meet and greet ride, I saw them in action. They did perfect.
There was a couple times that no, they didn't.
They did just fine.
They could have done a lot better.
We'll give them back
Why
to Jack
are we
then.
arguing about it?
Because they
Dustin
did
wants
fine.
to. Because
Justin's a
Dustin's a
heckler.
fun sucker.
Because they
Because
don't
he's a
have, they
heckler.
don't say Mickey Thompson on them. They're not good enough for Thomas.
Well, he
That's
likes
why.
his Mickey Thompsons. He likes
I
his
do.
Mickey Thompsons.
I do like my Mickeys.
I got
Okay.
a paint marker in the garage. I can write Mickey Thompson on them
That's
sons of
not,
bitches.
but that's not the only reason. I sit in the passenger seat and I'm like, get rid of these tires. They're too old. I hate them.
Hey, it's a 40-inch mud tire. It's gonna be loud no matter what brand you have on it.
No, because they're louder than Sylvia's.
I don't think mine are loud. Are mine loud?
Sylvia, you can't hear
I can't hear.
nothing.
That's
What?
true. I don't really care.
You can't.
Shut the door.
You think that we can't hear when somebody's talking to us right next to us, so then you want to repeat what they're saying.
Now
They're
I've gotta
literally right here in my
apologize
ear.
for all the Christian people that are listening that I just cussed as bad as I just did over damn
I'm a
tires.
Christian person right here. I guess. It's okay.
Talking about
It's okay.
Thomas's mom and all of our church friends. So I apologize.
Hey, honey, we ain't
They're
perfect.
loud. They're really loud.
Anyways,
So
Anyway,
I will sell
like
them
and
to somebody
subscribe
else.
they're
below.
not that loud. I've rode in it.
Like-
They're not that loud.
Like and subscribe below, please.
It's a mud tire loudness. The
If
Mickeys are gonna be
anybody
the same
wants
loudness.
some Fury mud trains, they
Give
will
Thomas
be
a
posted
holler.
for sale.
For
Here in the
$10
next
a
week.
tire,
No, it's gonna be more
Thomas
than
up.
Yeah.
that. It's gonna be more than that. But there's gonna
All
be
right.
I'm
5
for real.
tires.
It's getting
Well,
late though, for
$20
real.
half
a
the price.
tire, 5 tires.
It's gonna be about half the price. Maybe a
You
little
guys
less.
see what I live with? This is what he does.
I know.
He's a
I'm
heckler.
just trying to get the best deal possible for everyone here.
No, you're really not.
You have perfectly good mud tires on your Jeep. I can see them in the picture behind you. And
Yes.
you're trying to get rid of those for $20 a tire. So
No.
for
They will
$100
rot in my garage for $20 a tire.
we can use them on the bonfire.
Absolutely.
That would smell great. Dude, we can put him on the camper. That'd make it fun.
That'd be epic. We'd have to get a
Oh my
bigger
gosh.
weight distribution hitch to lift it up.
I know.
No, you just get some bigger spacers. Just get some bigger spacers. Where the tires just
What
sit
I'm saying
outside.
is the trailer would set like this, and the Armada would be like this because it's on 33s and the camera's on 40s. So it'd be like a foot higher than the tow hitch.
You just get a
Oh,
drop
that's
down,
funny.
a drop
We'd
down tongue.
have to flip her
Drop down tongue.
16-inch tow hitch that we made for her drop down. We have to put that upside down on the
Turn it
Armada.
upside down.
The 16-inch
No,
raise hitch.
At that rate, you'll just have to put a fifth wheel ball on top of the Armada.
Yes. We can open the hatch and put it inside.
Oh, it's messed up.
That would be some
Oh my
funny shit
gosh.
right
Well,
there.
we
Fifth
are
wheel
now
ball on
at
top of the.
we are now at the delirious stage of our podcast. So I guess we should probably go.
Yeah, we should definitely go.
So even though Dustin won't be here next week, since this is his last podcast,
This is my last
of the year,
podcast for 2024. Hope everyone has a good
he's full of
Christmas
crap.
and New Year. We'll see y'all next year. And we're
Anyway,
out.
we will. The rest of us cool
It'll be-
kids will be here.
It'll be
Same
Dustin's
he'll be
evil
here.
twin brother is what it's going to be.
Yeah. It'll be
No,
Justin.
he's
Justin.
It'll be
He's banned.
Justin. It'll be Justin.
It'll be Justin. Oh my gosh. Anyway, same time, same place. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.
All right.
Thanks for
See ya.
watching.
He's